What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Defend Your Units. I'm Johnny K. Picks, and alongside me, I have Aaron from Free UFC Bet Picks, and we are here to break down this pretty stellar, I would say, card UFC, other than one that, got moved to the next. We won't talk about that. Got mad about that, and I'll talk about that for 25 minutes. UFC 327. How's it going, Aaron?
So good. Yeah, looking forward to this card. I was also bummed about that fight. I had a couple parlays that had Tyra in them. I know a lot of people.
Are they still a bit good though?
Nope.
Oh, they voided them out? That sucks,
those,
dude.
Yeah. It's all right. I wasn't like overly confident in him. I do think he wins. I like Van a lot, but I do think Tyra wins. But like BetMGM had him at minus 160, where most folks had him at minus 190. So I got a couple pokes on him at decent odds, but those parlays cashed. I'll take it.
Yeah. I see him right now. He's at minus 180. So it's not too far off from what it was. I think it was like what, 190, 195 maybe?
Yeah, and I mean with Van being the one that fell out, and
it's weird.
He said he didn't want to talk about it, but I'm dragging you in.
Here's my issue. The dude won the championship belt because of an injury, acted like he knocked him out.
Yeah.
Which I guess technically he did, but he didn't. Running around, acting like he's a champion, and all of a sudden he pulls out because of injury. So it's like, come on, bro. Come on.
Pantoja's your boy. I remember that too. Yeah.
And whenever they fight, I mean, I want Tyra to win, but I also want Van to win because if Pantoja's next, whoever wins, I don't care. So he has to be healthy.
I'm kind of bummed because I had a parlay, a futures like champion parlay that had Tyra in it, and it would have cashed if Tyra was the champ 3 months ago.
Yeah.
But he didn't get the title shot in time. This year, I've got a full unit on Manel Cap plus 5,000 to end the year as champ, and I don't think there's any chance he beats Tyra. Like if Van's the champ, that's a good striking fight.
Yeah.
Cap's got a chance, but I think my Cap future plus 5,000.
I still like it though. The odds I love. I mean, there's a chance.
Yeah, I got great odds on it. The UFC hates him. Like the UFC doesn't want to give him a shot, but he's exciting as hell. Like I'll tell you this, Paramount would love Cap to be the champ.
Oh yeah.
But I think Tyra probably smokes him. So
yeah, that'd be a good fight either way. I mean, I like the flyweight division personally, just in general. Like it has a lot of exciting fighters, like young guys too. A lot of old guys that are still good, like Horiguchi and Pantoja. Yeah, it's a really fun weight class actually. I like it a lot.
Yeah, of course. They're the most skilled by far, right? Like,
and we used to say like bantamweight was the most, actually back in the day, we used to say lightweight was the most skilled. And then we went down to bantamweight, which that was crazy. They had a crazy run, and then now it's flyweight.
Yeah. I mean, like when you're that size, you have to be so good. I mean, lots of people talk about it, right? But like if you're a heavyweight and you're not playing in the NFL, you don't have to be the most skilled fighter in the world to make it to the UFC, but at 125, you are just incredibly skilled. So yeah, always exciting fights.
Yep. Before we get going, how did you do last card? I know every time I ask you, it's never a good thing. I did terrible last card. I'll tell you that right now. Terrible.
Not every time. Just last year, I lost my ass all year. So last year we did a few shows and I lost my ass. Last week I profited 3.7. I'm up 21 units this year. It would have been just like 1 and change, but those couple Tyra parlays pushed it to 3.7 last week.
That's good.
Yeah, 21.
A lot of last card was kind of hard to like pick, and then there was, I don't know, it was just a weird card in general, but it was fine. Like I was just off on my predictions. Like I was just way off on some. I'm like, oh my gosh, whatever.
Played it pretty safe. Like I had Ewing round 3 point spread. I love those.
So I like that too.
That was like minus 215. I had that parlayed up. Verna versus Ricci goes the distance. Thank goodness I had like Pajeda versus Cowan goes the distance in just one parlay. Thank goodness, because that's often the type of fight that I would put in like 10 units of parlays.
Yeah.
I had the Delano fight to go the distance. I was pretty confident in that. So I
had the over in that fight. So that's one thing I hit like one leg, and I had the under in the Yaki fight. Like those were 2 parlayed. So.
And then I had Kai Kamaka in one parlay, which I felt kind of blessed to hit.
Yeah, that was a close fight. Like when that happened, I was like, dude, you can make an argument for both guys. Like both guys had good moments. Both guys, I know Hope had like the biggest moment probably when he knocked down. I think that was like early second or like late first. I can't remember. But other than that, like it was just super close, like the rest of the way.
I've been so impressed with Hope on tape. Like I thought the only thing he had would be some cage control, and that Kai would do fine there. So I didn't expect it to be that close. I caught a good break.
I'll give Hope some credit there, but I'm scared to like go all in on him in his next fight though, because I feel like we saw a really good fight, and I think we forgot why Kai was cut from the UFC. I think I was putting a little too much credit on him too, but it all worked out. I mean, I picked him, but I didn't bet anything in that fight, obviously, because it was like 2 days short notice.
Yeah, I just when I watched Hope tape, I was like, my God, he's terrible. He's got terrible cardio, very hittable, getting hurt by bums all the time. I was like,
he's not technical at all with his striking too. He's kind of like, some women, like they start like running in and kind of he kind of does that sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. Looking forward to this card. It's been 2 weeks since I've swept, so I'm fiending for a week.
I mean, at least you swept.
Everybody has to drink every time I obnoxiously bring up a sweep. It'll be like 10 times.
Love it. I'm still waiting for my first one, like ever. I was close like 2 or 3 times, but still haven't got it. I'll never forget Holly Holm versus Ketlin Vieira. Never forget. I got robbed.
Yeah, I lost my ass that night because of that fight.
But let's hit the chat. Let's say hi to everybody here, and then we will get going. We got 12 fights, so a lot of these are good fights. No, I don't think there's going to be anything, short and sweet like some of these cards that we get into. Like, yeah, we're both going to pick this guy, right? Like it's pretty easy. No breakdowns. Like you can make arguments for everybody here.
Yeah, some close lines. Good card.
Yeah, which I do love. I love it, but I also like parlays too. So it's like I'm like, I need 2 parlays at least, which I think last card I didn't have any parlays except like 2 out of like 6 or 7 bets. I mean, that's crazy. Usually it's the opposite.
Yeah. It's tough overs here. My style is to parlay overs. And tough card for that too.
Yeah. We got Paku in here. What's up, Paku? Appreciate you coming out each and every week. We got Dixon Sider. He likes to post these paragraphs here, so we'll get through this together. Johnny, I'm taking Moicano to Kangaroo Court. This Lion SOB told us at Media Day very specifically that he was going to ground and pound TKO Duncan, and after no sub attempts since 2022, he submits him and no ground and pound. The only person that dislike more than Moicano right now is the walking piece of mediocrity that goes by Pat. I'm like, don't even bring that name up because I want to punch him in the face, and I'm sure he won't punch me back. So I'll be safe.
I was on
the walking vegetable.
On Peterson and Moicano. Sorry.
That's good. I was on the opposites, but I wasn't really confident in either one. But it's just like, and the last thing before I let you go is I would like to point out that I freaking knew and told everyone that Haley Cowan had that bad karma coming because of that MMA Diddy party she threw.
She looked like Nick Nolte once Elise knocked her out and her hair was all crazy. She looked like a Nick Nolte mugshot.
Yeah, I was thinking like, do you remember Home Alone 2 when one of the guys was like getting electrocuted and her hair, and like his hair was all crazy and you see like skeleton sort of every once in a while? I was like, he kind of looks like she got electrocuted like out of nowhere. It's pretty funny though. We got DJ in here. What's up, DJ? Let's get it. We got Derek. 4 weeks in a row. A profit. Can we make it 5? We will make it 5, Derek. We got this. We got you. We'll get you some good stuff here. We got Mr. Nice Guy. What's up, Mr. Nice Guy? Hello to Johnny and free UFC bet picks and people in chat. DYU's back. Let's go. Yeah, I took a couple weeks off. Had some things to do, but we'll be back for the foreseeable future, obviously, every Wednesday night. So we'll see what happens here. We got Jay in here. What's up, Jay? What's good, y'all? Great card. We got looking forward to for the insight. Let's go. Locked in Moicano is different. Yeah, if he needs that money, he's in. He's gonna win. But if he also needs money, sometimes he might not be locked in. So it just depends on what you're feeling. Let's see. And then there we go. You already said that stuff. All right, let's go to the first fight here. We got Charles Radke versus Francisco Prado. Who do you like in this one?
I'm picking Radke. I think he's just going to be able to get takedowns. The thing we have to remember about Prado is he's so freaking young that he's going to continue to improve. So it's tough
23 still.
Yeah, but I mean, his Prado's often airballing, spinning attacks. He's durable. He took some huge knees against Sel Huber. He's never been finished, and he's finished all his wins. I typically don't like a small weight class guy who's finished all his wins. I don't think that's like a long-term sustainable thing, right? Some of the guys that Prado beat back in the day had good records, but they're actually terrible. But he's
Mhm.
got, only 50% takedown defense coming into the Radke fight. Malarkey held him down all of round one. He got taken down like super easy by Malarkey. But again, he was like barely drinking age at the time. So
Yeah.
the grappling wears him out fast too. So I think Radke, it would behoove him to wrestle, and I think he'd have success there. I'll go Radke.
Yeah, same with me. If this fight's going to be on the feet, I think it's 50-50. I think it'll be close. But where it tips for me is definitely Radke's wrestling and grappling. He did show a little bit in his last fight. I know it was against Frunza, and Frunza's not the greatest person, but hey, at least Radke showed that he can get some wrestling going, and not only just stand and bang, which I don't think he should stand and bang, because if I'm going to trust someone's chin, it's going to be Prado's chin, because look how big that thing is. It's as big as Dober's chin, and then Dober has a ton of miles on. This guy doesn't. But Radke's 35, right? 36, 35.
35.
So there's like a 12-year age gap here. So I think both guys slow down a little bit as the fight goes on, but the key here is the wrestling and grappling. If Radke can get that going, which all he really needs to do is shoot takedowns, because like you said, 50% takedown defense from Prado. Doesn't really have the greatest there, and he kind of stays on his back too if he's taken down. Doesn't really have the greatest get up game. I mean, he can survive, but it's going to lose him minutes. So, and he's never won a decision, like you said. He's only won he's lost 4 decisions, so he's never been finished. But I'm going to go with Radke. I'm not like over the moon. I don't mind the line. It's just, do you trust Radke enough to shoot takedowns? Like he should. It should be the game plan. I don't know if I do. Like I'm debating still a little bit. I do like the overs actually, and I think the over is set at 1.5 at -215. Kind of like it. What do you think about that over actually?
I hadn't considered it, but I think you're right. I think that's pretty decent value.
Especially if some wrestling gets going early, which I do think Radke should do right away to tire out Prado and wear down his power a little bit. Perfect.
No doubt. Yeah. And I mean, Radke's the favorite. They're expecting him to get his game going, which we'd have to assume includes some grappling. So,
yep.
The one thing I'll mention about Radke is his wrestling is a little bit overrated. I think his takedown accuracy was just 12% until last fight. And that's despite fighting Kiwi kickboxer Blood Diamond. 12% takedown accuracy. Now it's up to 30%. But something to keep an eye on. Like he's not a monster wrestler, as we know.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying, like, do I trust him enough to do it, or will he? I didn't really say this, but I was thinking, like, will he be successful enough? But the 50% that does help out a little bit. So for me, it's more so if Radke doesn't get maybe his first couple takedowns, is he done? Is he going to stop doing it? Is it going to be on the feet for the rest of the fight? Because if that's the case, maybe a live bet from Prado coming in, because you know what I mean? It's like on the feet, I like Prado a little bit more. I would lean his way, especially at plus money. So, but I'm going to go decision though. Do you think decision, or you think it ends like later in the fight?
I'm thinking decision.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, we're on the same page on that one. I like that.
Let's go.
Let's see. We got Fish in here. What's up, Fish to release? Hell yeah. Let's get a full sweep this week. Let's go. Appreciate you hanging out with us. That's a monster fish though. If that's a fish, I would assume.
That's somebody holding a fish like right in front of the camera. That guy's like 10 feet away. The fish is like 6 inches away from the camera. That's what's
okay.
I'm half kidding.
Johnny, I took a tiny poke at Prado sub since he's going to be grappling for the most of this fight, and let's hope for a club and sub. Maybe he has 6 subs. I mean, I know most of those have become early in his career, probably against bums, but he's got Radke can get clipped and then dropped, and then you never know what happens after that. What up, Neeks? Clean sweep on UFC London. Let's go. Yes, sir. He is the clean sweep man. Let's go. If Radke is dominant, submission should be live. I don't believe Prado's defensive BJJ. True. I don't either, really. Might be a lot of decisions. I have a ton. I think I have too many decisions. I know that for a fact right now.
You can never have too many decisions.
I know you probably love this card because I think there's going to be like 8, at least 8.
Well, the main thing is I love the counterintuitive decisions too. Everyone's betting on Dante Johnson, Mario Pinto, Montes Contradivicius by round 1 KOs. How do they fucking win? Decision.
Yeah, I know.
Plus 900.
SK, what's up, man? Johnny K, feeling for ULBERG like you have for Charlie Olive's biggest dub was ULBERG moneyline back against Njoku doing it again this weekend. All right, let's see. But we'll see. We'll get there. Next one, Kelvin Gastelum versus Vicente Luque. I'll start this one. Yeah, first glance, I'm like, man, I don't know who to pick here. And then I'm like thinking more, and I'm like, as hard and weird as it sounds, I got to go with Kelvin here. And I'm really not the biggest Kelvin Gastelum fan, because we all know, like, is he really 100% in the MMA? Does he really train that hard? I know he likes eating. He misses a lot of weight. And like, he always comes in the cage, though, and he brawls it out, but he always gets hurt and clipped, but he never gets knocked out. But he's always willing to go. Then you have Vicente Luque, which on paper, he's super good. He has a good resume, a good grappler, good striker. He's dangerous. But like after that brain fiasco thing that he had, like, I don't trust him at all. Like, we've seen him in some decent fights after that, and we've seen him in some really, really bad fights. And he has not looked the same. I know he's 34, but he has a ton of miles on his career too. I'm going to go with Kelvin, but like, he should win, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. This is a weird fight for me. Maybe I just don't trust either guy, because both these guys are kind of untrustworthy. So, but I'm just going to go with Kelvin because I know his durability will be there. And I just don't know if Luque, like, with his stuff going on, like, I don't know. Like, it's not, I don't think he's the same anymore. He's not the old Luque. So I can see Kelvin get a knockout. I think that's what I did, actually. This is one of my knockouts, maybe second round. But I could see a decision too. Like, it's not like a for sure no-brainer knockout, but I'm only going with the knockout because I don't think this is the same Luque that we all remember. That's why I think I went with it. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. And Luque got knocked out from a loose full guard against Joaquin Buckley. That was super concerning.
That was terrible.
Yeah. Luque cashed a nice Darce choke for me against Timagarimbo, which it's bullshit because it was actually an anaconda, which is twice as good of odds, plus 5,000 instead of plus 2,500. But bum ass Mark Smith called it a Darce choke just because he doesn't know jiu-jitsu at all. And bum ass
Tapology says it's an anaconda.
Yeah, at fucking the ESPN website, the UFC website, everyone calls it.
Just because he called it that, then they won't switch it.
Yeah, and bum ass BetMGM sends me some link of, like, not even MMA Junkie, like, it's some MMA outlet I've never heard of, like, and they're like, well, this one called it an anaconda or a Darce, like, so yeah, still salty at BetMGM for that, and I'm salty at Mark Smith like every week, like every time I watch.
It's Mark Smith.
Yeah, like what was it this week? What fight did he end with 1 second left? I don't know. Mark Smith's just such a bum. But anyway, yeah, I mean, Luque's got a soft spot in my heart. There's some handsome devils on this card, and Luque is one of them. But I'm on Gastelum because the durability. I think he's got smoother boxing. He's less diverse. He's got a decent ground game, but obviously not the submission arsenal that Luque has. But if it stays standing most of the time, he's going to be able to take shots that Luque can't. And if it goes to the ground, he's going to be heavier.
Yep.
Pun. Kind of a pun. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then Vicente Luque's takedown defense is not good.
Yeah, in part,
he gets taken down kind of easily.
Yeah, I think in part because he likes those front chokes, so kind of like Chris Duncan, just always willing to accept him a little bit. But yeah, I would imagine Kelvin will just keep it on the feet and just be smoother and never get rocked, where Luque probably get rocked.
Yep.
I've got Gastelum in one parlay, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind it. He's minus 290. He was like 250. He should win. I don't know. I just have my gut is just like, I don't know. And I think that's where I'm just like, he should win. Like, I'm not like making a case for Luque when I do this, but it's just like, I think it's more I just don't trust Gastelum. I don't think I ever have, really. So it's like anything can happen with like against him. So
it is a guy who was like tied 2-2 with Izzy in his prime up at weight cut, at middleweight. So I mean, Kelvin is very skilled.
Yep. Let's see. We got Prado just made his debut as a commentator in Spanish for the UFC, so it's not like they don't like Prado. Just saying. Okay, didn't know that. I got 2 max bets in this card. Gastelum is one of them, and I think he finishes him in round 2. Okay, well, we're on the same page, Derek. Look at us. Who would have thought? Gastelum looked to be more in shape this week. He should make weight. Should is the key word.
He's
I
always
think
in shape, but the shape is usually a
he
circle.
always looks like SpongeBob SquarePants.
He's always in a shape. Yeah.
What up, Adam? Nice sweep in London. Yes, sir. There it is. There it is. Adam said it.
Right.
Dirty Reg, what's up, Dirty? I'm wondering if Kelvin goes for the KO or just coasts to a decision. I think he can get the KO. Personally, I don't think he has to go search for it, but just one clean shot. I just don't trust Luque's. I don't want to say brain, but I'll go with head.
I'm not looking at Topology where it'd be easier to see. I'm just looking at my notes, but I think his last finish win was Michael Bisping like forever ago.
Oh yeah, it's been a long time.
Decision wins over Stoichfush, D-Rod, Chris Curtis. I think that's a good win.
He got a lot of losses.
Even Ian Heinisch decision win. Yeah, I mean, you
I
got
would say
to really be fading that Luque chin if you think he's going to get a finish.
Yeah, but I mean, now is the time to do it if you're ever going to, or if you ever did.
Yeah.
But she's betting on the type of submission or KO is crazy hard to hit. That's why they give you better odds.
Yeah, and I try to stay away from them because they're addicting and they're dangerous.
Mhm.
But Temba Garimbo always going for terrible takedowns from his knees.
Yeah.
That one. So I hit like a plus 900 submission prop that fight, as well as, and then I bet the Anaconda and the Darce. It was just okay. Luque sub plus 500. Typically, I would do like a Ninja and a Bravo as well, but he's never landed one of those. He always gets the anchor in the armpit, one side or the other. So that I don't get too frisky on those because it's a fast, easy way to lose money. But that one was like.
But usually those bets are at least what, like 1,500 or more?
Yeah,
depending on the fighter, obviously.
Typically, the Darce is always 2,500. The Anaconda is always 5,000. The Ninja Choke is always plus 10,000. I'm often.
It's because most of the time they don't call it that, even though it is. Like you just said that one time. You know what I mean?
Well, like Saeed Nurmagomedov, he's never won by guillotine in the UFC, but he has like 4.
All of them are like front chokes like this. So what do you call that? It's not a guillotine.
They're all Ninja Chokes. Every single Nurmagomedov Saeed, submission was a Ninja Choke, and they never give him credit for it because they don't know what the fuck.
Because the guillotine needs to be in the armpit, not out in front of your by your chest when you have it wrapped up.
Yeah, and I think it's more like whether you're choking with your wrist or your bicep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Gastelum, J-Lex Gastelum. All right. Breaking news, Johnny. I just found out reports that they had to call police on Kelvin this morning at the Fighter Hotel because he tried to bite Chris Tacopadilla. That's a good one. That's a good one. There you go, Dixon. There you go. I like it. I wore my custom
path to get there, but
I wore my custom UFC jersey and shorts with my name on them in downtown Oak Park. Got some looks and no one asked for autographs. That's crazy, Derek. Crazy. All those Chicago people don't know what UFC is, probably because UFC never comes to Chicago.
I'm just realizing I don't know how this didn't occur to me already, but Santino is sending me like one of the coach jackets, and I think it's the Gastelum one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I really got to go for Gastelum.
There you go. Well, maybe we'll just throw that in a parlay. Why not? Fuck it. It's a good parlay piece.
I'm trying to find things to parlay with Jasmine Jasudavicius. Like she's minus 340 right now. I think she's an absolute lock over Karina Silva, who has terrible cardio and terrible takedown defense. So I'm like actively looking for things to parlay right now.
Yep. Next one, Marquel Medeiros versus Chris Tacopadilla. How about that? Who do you think in this one?
A tough one. A year ago when I swept, Marquel beat Austin Hubbard. So Marquel has a soft spot in my heart forever because he came through in a very close fight. But I think Padilla's got close. Yeah, like I thought I was cooked. It was like the second fight of the night, and I was like, well, I'm cooked. But he got it done, and Padilla, I think it's just better. Like Rong Zhu has had some really good performances in the UFC, and Padilla was putting it on those incredible elbows. Right,
got good elbows, step in elbows, just right down the middle. Like he does the 12-6 down the middle, like all that stuff.
Yeah, and like Rong Zhu, it hit him so hard in the eye that he thought he got eye poked.
That thing it was literally a freaking softball. It was insane.
Yeah, it was insane, and Rong Zhu has mad skills. So I think that's a good win. Ismail Bonfim's a gasser, but I think that's a good win. I actually picked Jai Herbert, and that was a close fight. I was wrong there, but that's a good win. So I think Padilla's got way better wins, more skilled, more well-rounded. If he can get it down, he's got excellent back takes. I think Padilla's going to get him. But Marquel is smooth, good range management, decent takedown defense against like low-level guys. He's technical. He's got good feints, trains at Factory X, so his leg kicks are going to continue to improve. And he's I don't know. I don't want to get too frisky here, but that gym's had like a lot of weird betting stuff going on in the last couple of years. So
it hasn't really been doing that great.
No,
I was just going to bring that up. Factory X, a lot of fighters are losing a lot or they're leaving a lot. So
leaving, yeah. And weird line movement.
Yeah, so, just recently too.
Yeah, I think Taco gets it done.
Yeah, I'm on the same page too. I think Marquel isn't a bad underdog if you do like him to win. Just my thing with him is I just don't really trust his takedown defense all that well. Sometimes he can be a little low volume, but he is very technical, good counters. But Padilla is going to be right in his face the whole time. He's going to be the one pushing him backwards, so it might limit Medeiros a little bit on the striking department there. And then I think he's going to be a little bit. I think he's going to be worried about the takedowns too, so that might limit his striking ability as well until maybe later in the fight. But Padilla doesn't gas or anything. I mean, his takedowns really aren't the best, but Medeiros' takedown defense is neither. So I think it'd be pretty decent takedowns. That's all you really need to get him down, I think. And then if he does get him down, like I think he's like I don't want to say a wizard, but he's really good on the mat. Like I think he's a little underrated. He has good back takes, like you said. He's good on top too if he gets takedowns. And striking, he's good too. I think he's underrated with the striking. He's just like solid everywhere. I wouldn't say amazing, but like maybe above average in a couple categories. I would say like is like just a dog. He's a dog too, so that's another good thing too. But
yeah,
always dangerous anywhere, and anywhere, and he's durable. Like I like him a lot as a fighter. So
he is. He's pretty solid. But yeah, Landon Canones got him down, and Landon Canones like doesn't even try taking people down. He just wants to bang. And so yeah, I think Padilla can like kind of win anywhere here.
Yeah, that's why I like him too. I like more technical striker is Marquel. More dirty, make it a brawl kind of guy is probably Padilla. He's going to be pushing forward, and he's going to be better on the mat, whether he's on top or on the back or whatever. Medeiros isn't going to shoot any takedowns this fight probably. So I'm going to go Padilla by decision, though. I mean, I could see sub. I mean, I think a sub is live. I don't know what the odds are, but I would just go with decision.
Yeah, I would have trouble on a prop here because I could see it. I could see him getting a finish. I've been like underestimating Padilla his entire career, so I gotta
I think I finally picked and bet him in his last fight because I
did too, and he was an underdog, and then he closed like minus 170.
Yeah.
I picked him at plus 170, and then he ended up closing as a slim favorite.
Yep. I got him at plus money. I don't think I got him that high, but I know I got him at, and that's why I picked him because I'm like, oh, he's plus money, and he's been doing good. I'm like, I can't fade this guy anymore.
Yeah, it took me a while to learn my lesson because I bet on Jai Herbert. I didn't just pick him. I bet Jai Herbert. No bueno.
Yeah, and you know what? He is getting like every fight he gets a little bit better and better and better. So at least with the last like 4 fights, anyway. So. Let's see. SK like Luque submission or gassy decision, I guess. I mean, that's not a bad bet on DraftKings. They do that kind of prop where you can do either or. What up, Effie from Any Action? My dudes, appreciate you hanging out with us. We got Chupus, Fenoria. I can't read. Sorry. Medeiros is training in MMA lab. Okay, that's good to know.
Some of the best small fighters in the world.
Yep. So that's good. We got Jake. What's up, Jake? Hey, guys. Appreciate you hanging out. Klaus MMA. What's up, Klaus? Getting on Jai Herbert is degenerate as hell. I bet Jai Herbert a couple times. I can't remember who, but I'm trying to remember here real quick just before we get to the next one. Because now
he had Ilya Tapuria hurt. And I think that fight was in England. So I was like, if it goes to a close decision, it'll go to Jai. I might have been on Jai against Chris Padilla. I was on him against Bedoya. And I was on him for Ludovic. No, I wasn't. Not Ludovic Klein. I was on Ludovic Klein. Those were the only 2 times. Every time else I faded him. He's good, but
he's not bad. He just has no chin. That's his problem.
Yeah. And he looked good in that fight. That was a close ass fight. So
Yep.
yes, I have been called worse, Klaus. I've been called a degenerate and worse.
As have I. Next one we got, it's going to be Tatiana Suarez versus Lupita Godinez. And speaking of fighters you cannot trust, here's one, maybe potentially two, depending on how well you pick and or bet against her or for her. I'll go ahead and go for this one. Yeah, for me, I mean, I'm picking Tatiana, and I think she's going to be the better grappler if she can get this fight to the mat. I don't, Lupi's takedown defense isn't terrible. Lupi's going to be way better striking though, but Tatiana, she knows that she's not a striker. She's always going to try to get that takedown, hold you up against the cage, work for the takedowns if you can't get it right off the bat. But once she gets you down to the mat, you're not getting back up. That's how good she is with the grappling and the wrestling. She does have good submissions, but we haven't really seen too many of those lately. And Lupita, like I said, she's going to be the better striker. She's got good boxing. She's durable. She does have some takedowns of her own that she can use, but I don't think she's going to use it. Or at least she shouldn't. But then again, we don't know, because Lupi on paper is a good fighter, but Lupi in the ring is a totally different fighter from fight to fight. As we know, some fights she has a great game plan. She looks like a world beater. And then there's some fights where she literally looks like she just didn't prepare for nothing and just went in there, didn't know who she's fighting, and she got subbed or she gets knocked out and looks like crap. And even if she does do well, every time the fight goes to decision, and it's a super close split decision, whether she wins or loses. So I'm going to go with Suarez. I think she does get the takedowns, and I don't really trust Lupi to make good decisions in there. I never will. But on paper, though, I think she's a good fighter. It's just, I don't think when she gets in the ring, I think she forgets everything, personally. I think this one goes to decision, too, but what do you think?
Yeah, I definitely think it goes. I don't think Tatiana's going to get a guillotine here, and that's the only way it can possibly finish. It did cash her round 2 guillotine against Montana De La Rosa. That was pretty sick. But she hasn't looked that great. I picked Zhang Weili as an underdog against her. I mean, can you believe?
Oh, yeah. That was the freest. I remember throwing like 3 or 4 units on that. And that's like the biggest bet I think I ever did. And that plus money, like you said.
Smart. Yeah.
That was the biggest wrong line ever.
Yeah, that was just so fun to watch. Like Zhang Weili is so likable, and Tatiana is like so hard to watch. She didn't look too great in her Amanda Lemos win after that.
Mm-mm.
You pointed out, Lupi, the questionable fight IQ. She, like, what she needs to do here is use footwork, piece her up, defend takedowns. And she'll be doing that, and then she'll do something.
And then she'll forget.
She'll go for her own takedown.
Yeah, or she'll do that. It's like whatever. Like, you're like, okay, you're doing good. You're winning the bet. No, what are you doing?
So it's tough. Lupi's typically got good cardio, but she really faded in round 3 against who's Julia Plastri, but it might have been because her stomach was hurting her. If you remember that was UFC.
Yeah, she had to poop.
Yep. She didn't pull out like Joe Pyfer.
That's true.
Third or fourth time talking about a sweep, forgive me, but that card hit it like plus 13,000. It was supposed to be plus 18,000, but Pyfer fell out and voided, and so it went down to plus 13,000. So Joe Pyfer, he owes me $5,000, and he went out and beat Gastelum a couple months later, so he indeed would have won. Lupi, close fight against the champion Mackenzie Dern. Like, Mackenzie Dern looked pretty good against Verna. Verna is still good. Like Lupi's got some really good performances under her belt. I think this is a tough one. Full transparency, I already parlayed Tatiana, and I kind of regret it. Yeah. I can see Tatiana being a bad pick here, but I think she's gonna do enough. I think she's gonna get 2 takedowns, hold the position.
That's all you need.
Yeah. And Lupi's cardio's improved. I used to always say that she could not get round 3 takedowns, and it was true. And then the Julia Plastri one is kind of like after her cardio had improved and her stomach just hurt. But like back in the day, Lupi did not have great cardio. It looks a lot better now. Yeah, Lupi should just stick and move, skirt around the edge of the cage, make Tatiana chase her, with her questionable knees. My official pick would be Tatiana, but I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, I have no confidence in this pick either. Because I can maybe Lupi has a good game plan though. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's an easy one. Stay on the feet. But I've said that 3 or 4 times betting and or picking Loopy, and it burned me. So
I wonder if we could get like a Loopy plus 3.5 rounds yet. You know, I think that'd be good. I think she should win round 3. I might do like the round 3 point spread minus 1.5 rounds too.
Yeah, Loopy plus 3.5 is minus 190 on DraftKings.
Sharp MFs.
I know. Usually with women's fights, like they are. If you want the plus 3.5, you're gonna have to pay minus 200 every time. It doesn't even matter who it is. Like if it's a close, like if it's a, like let's say Tatiana was like minus 400 for whatever reason, and she was like plus 250, it would still be minus 200 for the plus 3.5 because the fights always go to decision.
It's exactly right, because it goes,
or it's always a close fight, and then the judges can screw you or screw other people, and then they lose their bets that way too.
The Loopy round 3,
the wrong decision or wrong scorecards.
Yeah, the Loopy
round, not bad.
It's plus 165 for her to win, like all 3 judges. You know, if she sweeps 10-9 on all 3 cards, it's plus 165.
Or get the finish.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I know she doesn't do too often, but
you're exactly right.
There's a chance. There's a chance.
And it's good with these rounds. People like have trouble understanding these, so it's good to like help people understand them.
Yeah.
And then Loopy plus 1.5, round 3 point spread minus 160. That means she could lose round 3 on 2 cards and win round 3 on 1 card and cash that minus 160 parlay leg for you. I think she's going to look real good round 3 here.
Yeah. Unless like she gets taken down real quick, and then, that's about it. But probably by that time, Tatiana's takedowns aren't going to be great.
Yeah. I feel like Loopy's either going to win round 2 or 3,
Yeah, I don't see her winning round 1 unless Tatiana just comes out and just looks terrible.
Yeah.
Like worse than we think.
Yeah,
either way, like, oh man, I can't. The only thing I would be comfortable betting is obviously fight goes a distance.
Yeah.
But even then you're going to pay minus 400. So it's a tough one. I'm not betting it though. I don't think I am. I don't think I have it in me. I think there's way better spots.
I'll be
in the same line.
Yeah.
Literally the same line. We were just talking about it. Chris Padilla, way more confident, and he's the same as Tatiana Suarez right now. I would totally do that all day, and I probably did, and I got a worse line.
When I Tatiana, she was minus 155.
Yeah, she's still minus 155. The line hasn't moved.
That's scary. Yeah,
but I got Padilla at minus 180, and I thought that was a gift, and now he's minus 155.
Wouldn't it be nice if we could just pass on a fight? Like, what if we didn't have to make picks on every fight, Johnny? Wouldn't that
I know, right? No, because then people would say, you don't pick every fight.
Yeah.
You have to. It's like, no, I don't. I want to pick the ones that I know who are going to win, and I'm perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, this would be a good one to walk the dog during.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're both high level. They're high level girls.
Yeah. I mean, if it's on the mat, it might be cool.
Yeah.
On the feet, it won't be because Loopy should piece her up all day with Tatiana's rangy leg kicks. That's about all she has.
I could watch her get socked up a little bit. Her and Patchy, 2 of the most overrated fighters of all time.
Well, I still have a little belief in Tatiana. I know she's getting a little up there in age, but I don't have much, but still a little bit. I have 0 in Patchy. 0. None. Especially after his last fight.
Yeah.
He is toast, dude. Just give it up, man. I don't know what happened. Craziest downfall ever.
Yeah.
People were legit talking and saying he was the best bantamweight in the world.
It's pretty well.
I mean, hey, everyone has their own opinions. I thought he was top 5. I'll be honest. I thought he was top 5 when he was winning championships and doing great in Bellator. I didn't think he was the best, but I thought he was top 5.
Yeah, I used to be like parlaying him in those Magomed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it just shows how terrible Bellator always was all along.
True. And I remember there was one fight. I don't remember who he fought in Bellator. He lost that fight, and they gave it to him still. That was the start of the downfall for him. I think
it was probably that second Magomedov fight. Yeah.
Okay, it might have been.
Yeah.
Because I watched that fight, I'm like, he did not win, but I'll take it because he was a minus 400 favorite, and that's what you do in Bellator. You just parlay all the favorites.
Yeah, for sure. Early in the week too, because if you waited until Saturday, they were minus 2,000.
Yep. Jake said, shout out to Aaron. His UFC London sweep a few weeks ago was clutch. Yes, sir.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. People will throw a random spinning back fist and get her back taken. Just you wait. Oh, I believe it. 100%. I could totally see that. It wouldn't shock me one bit. I would laugh. Tatiana should do RAF wrestling. Yeah, she probably should. Or at least UFC BJJ. Should be good at that too. How are you going to be an MMA fighter with no neck? Hey, what's his name? Finney is going to have a word with you as well.
Yeah.
Torres Finney. That guy has no neck. You can't choke him out at all. All right, here we go. Next one. Mateusz Gamrot versus Esteban Ribovics. Who you got in this one?
Fun fight. Everyone likes watching Esteban fight. He's always incredibly exciting. I got to see him at the Sphere. I'm rocking my Sphere cup here.
That was a great fight.
I was on him as a dog in that fight. But and we know Gamrot is chinny. I get it. I'm on Gamrot here. I have him in one parlay. I think he gets takedowns.
Yep. That's all it boils down to, really. Is Gamrot going to get takedowns? He's going to get takedowns. But my thing is this. Is he going to do enough with those takedowns? And or is he going to get hit on the feet and drop to lose that round after he's winning for a minute? I'm sorry, not a minute, but 4 minutes. And then lose the final minute because he got dropped. And I think he's got dropped in like 6 or 7 fights in the UFC. Yeah. It's insane. I swear it's like every fight he gets dropped or every other fight. Esteban, I mean, he's a dog. We've seen it. Like, he has good cardio. If he gets taken down, he gets back up. I know he hasn't really fought this kind of wrestler, but Gamrot really doesn't really have the best control when he gets takedowns. He just gets a ton of them. It's kind of like Marab a little bit, not the same, but I would say Gamrot has a little bit better BJJ and stuff like that. But Ribovics isn't terrible when he gets taken down, though. He works to get back up. It's just damage over control time here, and it just depends. Also, it depends on the judges. If the judges want damage, they like it. I think Esteban's going to win a split decision. If they don't and they like control, I think Gamrot's going to win a split decision. But there is a slight chance that Ribovics can knock out Gamrot. I don't think Gamrot will be able to finish Ribovics, whether by sub or KO. I'm taking a shot on the dog here. I'm not super crazy about it, but I'm going with my gut. Feel it.
Respect it. I respect it. Yeah.
Taking a shot.
He's so exciting, fun to watch. UFC would love him to win. It's the Ludovic Klein fight that gave me like a renewed respect for Gamrot, right? Because he faded in the Dan Hooker fight, getting pieced up, couldn't hold him down. But Klein had like 90% takedown defense coming into that fight, and he got him down 6 times with almost.
Was that when he got hurt too? Ludovic Klein in the 3rd round or something like that, like with his leg or ankle or something, if I remember correctly. But I'm not saying that's why he lost, but I'm just trying to remember that fight. I think I want to say that happened.
I don't recall that. And actually, in round 3, Gamrot only
I know Ludovic Klein got hurt, but what fight was that? Oh, maybe it was. Oh, it was Rebeski. It was Rebeski.
Oh, yeah.
That was the fight he got hurt. Never mind. His last fight, Ludovic's last fight.
I will say, even in that Klein fight, Gamrot's takedown accuracy and control time went down throughout the fight. He had 3 minutes of control time round 1, 4 minutes in round 2, and just a minute and a half in round 3. Landed 50% of his takedowns round 1, 100% in round 2, and only 33% in round 3. So still indications of him slowing down in that fight, but Klein has way better takedown defense than Esteban, way stronger. And he was able to get it done there. So
yeah, it's going to be a fun fight. Wrestling versus striker, control versus damage, maybe cardio. Who has the better cardio at the end too? For me, this could be another good one that you could do a round 3. Maybe Esteban round 3 spread.
That's a good look.
Because he's going to be there. Even if he gets taken down for 10 minutes for the first 2 rounds, you know what I mean? Like, he'll be there for another 5 minutes. I don't know if Gamrot will be there 100%, you know what I mean? Or as much as Ribovics will.
There's zero chance I'd bet this. I wouldn't even consider it. But Esteban's got a crazy Kimura. He hasn't.
Oh, yeah.
He hasn't landed one in the UFC. He's going to someday. His Kimura is wildly good.
Well, was it against that Russian, or not Russian, but he's what's his name? He was doing all the Kimuras when he was getting taken down like early when he got in the UFC, and that's how he got back up. And he almost got a couple of them, but Loik Radzabov, he did that like a million times. Every time he got taken down, he got a Kimura lock, and he would either like just get up from it, or like make Loik just flip over, and then he would just scramble back up, which I like, but I don't like his takedown defense at that time. But that was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So he's improved, I would assume. He
Good
did stuff a lot of takedowns versus Elvis Brenner. I know Elvis Brenner isn't the wrestler Gamrot is, but that's a good look. At least he's working on that takedown defense.
Yeah, and Elves is always coming through as a big dog. Elves is a tough out for sure.
Yep. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun fight. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see what happens. Let's see. We got the 10-7 MMA. Bear the F down. Yes, sir. Can't wait for football already. What up, Thomas? Let's go for that. Johnny, let's go. I hope the nut hugger gets pieced up. I hope he does too. But I don't dislike Gamrot though. But yeah, you saw what my boy did to him. It's all good.
Yeah.
That's when we all knew. That's when we all knew.
Yep.
It's like, oh, Charles, the old Charles is back. We should have known. There's
a couple fights like that on this card where it's like it seems so obvious. There's a lot of like skill and hype versus resume type of fights on here, and I was
or like one fighter's good at this and the other fighter's good at that, so it's a clash battle. Like who can implement their style first or better. One of the two.
Yeah, it's like Tatiana could look minus 500 here, and people be like, "How did
or plus 500?"
Yeah.
I don't think she. That's why it's in between. But I don't know if she's going to look in between. I think it's going to be one or the other.
Well, so I'm tempted to tell 10-7 my pick, but let's just say you're going to want to stick around to harass me.
I'm out here harassing people that are picking. Here we go. You're gonna get people harassing. We'll get there.
Just bet on Yuri. Move the line back, baby. I got ULBERG at better odds.
No, too many people are betting on ULBERG. That's why the line's not moving. Or they already did, and Yuri money has to still come in before they even think about it, and it just hasn't.
That's what I meant. I meant to say, go bet on Yuri. Like money's coming in on ULBERG. He was better odds.
Too much money, or like I said, or before. Because wasn't he like a plus 130 or something crazy?
I think I got him at plus 125. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's a good line to get him.
It's almost going to be a pick 'em.
It might. I might jump on the pick 'em. I'll tell you that. Anyways,
Yuri
next.
Oh my God! Did you see the video of Yuri and Hockett trash talking, and Yuri's all calm and chill, of course, because he's the coolest MF in the world. Then he goes and sits down and does like a little woosaw thing. Yuri looks more yoked than I've ever seen him.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw something on Twitter too, like a picture of ULBERG, like what was it, 5 years ago when he first came in the UFC, and now I'm like,
Is he on the good medicine?
No, I think he's off the good medicine. He looks a little softer. Let's put it that way. Not terrible, but you could tell a difference. You're like, oh damn, he was fucking stacked when he first came in the UFC, but now you could tell, like, I don't know if it's maybe he's 36 years old or whatever he is now. Like it's harder to keep up unless you're on the juice. You know what I mean? So, but not to say that I'm worried about that. It's not like he's like Kevin Gastelum now instead. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, that is interesting because
I could send you that pick if you want.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And you can make your own decision. Yeah. Next here though, we got Kevin Holland versus Randy Brown. I believe it is your turn, or was it my turn? Or did you go last? I can't remember.
Let's say it's your turn because I have no freaking clue here.
Okay, great. This was a battle of gut and mind. The gut almost won, but I remembered. The mind is always smart. It's because I remembered I banned somebody and I'm never picking them and betting them again. And that man was Kevin Holland. I'm going with Randy Brown. I do think this is going to be a very fun fight. Sure, maybe Kevin Holland has a little bit more finishing upside, but Randy Brown stays at range very well. Kevin doesn't. He always does something crazy. He's I don't know if he's 100% in MMA. Like it seems like he is sometimes when you watch him on the interviews, and then sometimes like you see him do other crazy stuff. He's into all this other stuff. Like I really always thought he's a prize fighter. He should win fights. He should win fights that he he wins fights that he shouldn't, and then he should win fights and he doesn't win them. And it's just so hard to like trust him. And Randy Brown, I know he is in it to win it. Do I trust the chin? Not 100%. I don't think it's toast or anything, but Kevin can definitely rock him if he lands a good shot. But Randy's got good wrestling. I think he could take down Kevin Holland in the open, in the octagon, like not to go up against the cage, because Kevin Holland's tough to take down if he's up against the cage. You have to watch out for like the front chokes and stuff like that, because Kevin's good at that. But yeah, give me Randy Brown. I think he's a little bit more technical striker. As long as he doesn't get rocked, I think he can win this fight. So I like the odds. I don't know if I'll bet it. I don't know if I'll get around to it. Unless there's more money coming in on Kevin, and then that might speak a little bit. But give me Randy, because he's banned. I have to trust my list of banned people. My gut says Kevin Holland, though, just ever so slightly. But I remembered he's on the ban list, and I have to follow the ban list.
No, yeah, I mean, like you got to trust the rules that you set out for yourself.
I always trust my gut, but then I remember, like I said, there's a ban list for a reason.
Yeah.
And I looked at it, and he was on there. Like, shit.
He was on the top of it. Yeah.
He was in the middle somewhere. There's a couple guys, like 3 or 4 guys above him, but I don't rank them. It's just when I write them down.
Well,
I should rank them.
He lost me an insane amount.
I've lost so much on Kevin Holland.
When he fought Daniel Rodriguez, and I had him in every parlay.
He looked terrible.
Yeah, getting dropped.
You shouldn't look that bad against Daniel, or you should not look that bad against Rodriguez.
No. So that's what I wrote at the end of my write-up, was like, Kevin Holland fight week means I will be wrong no matter what. It's just a recent thing. I used to have a good read on him, actually, but now it's tough to trust him either way. I think Kevin's a little meaner, a little better on the ground, a little more trustworthy on the feet, even though that's an insane word to even use with him. Maybe the Kevin KO only, because he's more durable.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I think he is too.
So I'm like, I guess I'll go with Rude Boy, because I don't think Rude Boy would ever lose to D-Rod. Simple as that. And I hate to use MMA math, but sometimes you have to sometimes I have the problem of overthinking crap, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right, let's dumb it down. Like, what is every troll on Instagram going to be telling me when I'm wrong? They're going to be, if I pick Kevin Holland, they'll be like, oh my God, bro, Rude Boy would never lose to D-Rod. Like, so sometimes I got to simplify, right? But I have trouble visualizing how Randy Brown is going to win. He's got
you just have to stay at range and just wait for his right time. And you can't get wild and crazy with Kevin.
Yeah.
Which I don't think he will. Randy Brown's not a wild and crazy kind of fighter, though. He stays technical most times.
He does some stupid stuff. What Randy Brown has a problem with is he tends to mirror his opponent. And if he ever lands something, he falls in love with it. He'll if he lands a spinning back fist, he's going to throw 7 more. If he lands a straight right, he's going to throw 7 more. He's got good judo throws, good BJJ. He works in the body, nice clinch. He mixes he exits the clinch well with striking. He mixes it all together really well. He's really susceptible to calf kicks, as the Vicente Luque fight showed us, and Wellington Turner was landing the calf kicks too. So maybe Kevin can get that working for him.
Kevin does that weird side kick to the knee, karate style kick. He doesn't really do traditional leg kicks. It's more of that stab.
They both will do the oblique kick. You're right. Mm-hmm. Francisco Trinaldo also hurt him, dropped him with a low kick though.
He got some bombs.
Randy's got little pencil legs. He had major durability concerns a little while back when he got KO'd by Luque, and he got KO'd by Nico Price from the bottom.
Yeah. But that was 8 years ago though. Or whatever it was, long time ago.
Durability doesn't get better over 8 years.
True.
So sometimes he fails to use his length. He just gets flashy with head movement, and I think that'd be kind of a bad idea here. And Kevin's so long, he's not like a Chaos Williams, but a short, stocky guy can just press him and get inside and make him uncomfortable. And he's a little bit too Gumby-ish. He's a little bit like Zell Huber, where he just can't handle pressure well. So Kevin's a long guy too, but if Kevin can stay in his face here, that's good. So I almost end up visualizing more ways that Kevin could win. But he's
on paper.
He's on my on tape. But he's on my bench.
Well, look at the tape, because then you'll see what I'm seeing.
Yeah. But I mean, Kevin Holland's the guy who took down Brendan Allen and proceeded to get subbed. Kevin Holland's the guy who let up Wonder Boy and proceeded to get
numerous times, and then broke his hand and lost.
Yeah. Kevin's the guy who could not touch MVP, but nobody can. You know, I mean,
No.
he's like a really smart person. He like cares about what the fans think too much. You know, so super tough fight. I'm not even gonna make a pick right now. I don't care.
Have to.
I'll
Trust
go
the gut, or the ban list. One of the two.
I'll trust the ban list. I'll go Rude Boy.
Okay, there you go. No, like I said, my gut says Kevin though, but I just have to trust the ban list. So
I'm like,
and the reason why my gut went with Kevin is I always in a very, very close fight, I always want to lean either the striker or the more dangerous guy, just because he has more ways to win. It makes sense, right? So, but not the ban list though. Gotta trust it. I have it for a reason. I have to use it. Maybe I'll take him off. Who knows? But right now he's on it. Prove me wrong, Kevin, and then you're off the ban list.
yeah.
And maybe Randy will replace you. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, they're both so hard to predict. It's gonna be a
It is.
Fun fight.
Like I said, maybe if you got plus money on anybody, a good bet. If you want to bet this one,
it's like a dog or pass fight. Whoever's the dog. Yeah.
And honestly, I could see this fight flipping right before the fight, and so Randy Brown might be a good pick later on, but not right now. It's too close.
Yeah. Well, so we're both so torn.
I know. I'm torn, but I'm trusting the list. Actually, I think we're both on the same page, but we're just trusting the list. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's like it's why
this is MMA for you. You just have ways to pick guys, and this is how I pick guys.
Yeah.
If you burn me and look like crap more than 3 times, you're out. Three strikes, you're out. And not just because like I bet you and then you might lose like a fluky knockout. Like that doesn't count. I'm talking like foolish game plans. Kevin has a ton of them. Loopy, a ton of them. I mean, there might be more that I'm missing, but there's a lot on this card. I'll tell you that. We probably talked through most of them though, but yeah.
If I think about the last 3 guys to beat Rude Boy, Vicente Luque, like in his prime, Brian Battle, solid.
I still think Randy Brown won that fight.
Yeah. I don't really remember it too well. I was on Battle there. Oh, I said
I was on Battle, but
and I thought Rude Boy got robbed.
Yep.
That's the one where Battle was cage controlling him a bunch. Now I remember.
Yep.
Yeah. So even though I bet Battle there, like I think it was like -1.
I bet Battle too, and I'm like, I'll take it, but I don't think so.
That's a good point. Yeah. So I mean, his last 3 losses were against really solid guys, and one of them was probably a robbery.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Holland lost as a -600 favorite to D-Rod. That's all we got to know. It's as simple as that.
That's all you need to know. And he probably bet against himself. So his old job, male dancer, didn't have anti-doping. Randy Brown did lose to Nico Price. Yeah, he did. It was a long time ago when Nico actually had a little bit of life left. He was a different demon back then, but
he lost by like hammer fists, like from.
I know. He was like
the way your little brother would hit you when you're beating up your little brother.
You know who else won off his back by, I don't know about hammer fists, but by punches? Kevin Holland.
Oh yeah, I
so that's weird.
Photo of that, the Jacare fight, I gave away a 6-time photo of that to a Survivor Series winner.
So could the circle of life be complete here? There is an opportunity. Randy Brown needs to knock out Kevin on his back. Circle of life.
And it's going to be like the low kick leg break thing, right? Like, it's going to complete the circle so it can end. It's like a horror movie curse.
Yeah. Vicente over Gastelum. I'm picking Gastelum. I just don't trust Luque's I'll just say brain.
Durability, yeah.
Durability brain problem. Randy should low-key be on the ban. He could be. Maybe after this fight, we'll see if he looks terrible or not. I don't know. Randy Brown hasn't burned me though a lot. But he has had some really bad losses. Some of them have been bad. But dude, D-Rod cost me a 13-legger. Needed him to lose to Mike Perry. Oh my gosh. I don't want to talk about D-Rod. D-Rod makes me mad. He's not on the bad list, but he's on my shit list. I'll tell you that.
I parlayed Mike Perry against Nate Diaz. He's on the MVP card.
There you go. I like it. Randy decision if he used MVP style, but Holland can KO. Yeah, he can definitely.
Jay is like #1 on Survivor Series right now. He's in the Survivor Series tournament.
Oh,
Jay
really?
every week, correct? So listen to Jay.
That's awesome, man.
Listen to that guy.
Yeah, I do think Randy Brown wins the decision if, I'm picking Randy Brown, but I think Kevin, if he does win, it's probably going to be by some kind of finish, whether it could be like a club and sub too. He has good front chokes too. He likes that Darce.
This guy knows ball. Like, yeah.
Oh, I know Jay. Guess I'm not going Luque. Yeah, a lot of people are on Gastelum. I see why. I really do. I think the old Luque that we remember and we love, I think he's like 70% of that. And I don't know if that's good enough to beat Kelvin at SpongeBob level square bands. So Randy Trinaldo's win was a robbery, and Trinaldo was 55 years old at that fight. Raiders, there's Justin. And what up, Green? Kevin Holland is that abusive husband that keeps apologizing, and we just keep coming back. Exactly. Every time he loses, everyone on Twitter, everyone's like, I'm never picking him again. And sure as shit, they do the same shit every time. That's a perfect example, Green. Great. I love it. Not me, though. I put him on the ban list for a reason. I almost did it, though. I almost fell for it. I still kind of want to do it, but I'm not. Foot is down. Kevin doesn't lose the other black guys.
Who's the last black guy you fought?
That's a good question. I was thinking the same thing. Like, who do you fight those black?
Let's see.
You have to go back to MVP.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah.
And then before that, you're gonna have to go back to. I mean, is Alex Oliveira?
No,
he's Brazilian.
Dark as hell, but he beat Derek Brunson. He beat Joaquin Buckley. All right, so he's 2-1. Oh, and Darren Stewart. Yeah. All right, he's 3-1 against brothers.
Darren Stewart. Joaquin Buck. Geez, that's back in the day.
Yeah, wild how many fights he's had. I still remember that Joaquin Buckley knocking his mouthpiece flying. I remember it like it was yesterday, and it's like 15 fights ago.
Man, this mofo has been fighting since 2018, and I swear he has like 90 fights in the UFC only.
He like doesn't even care if he wins or loses.
He has 20. Well, technically 28 with a no contest. Sheesh.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's insane, dude. All right, we got Oscar. What's up, Oscar? I'll hit you up real quick. What's up? There he is, Mr. Goat himself. Free. Been killing so far with his pick, most recently with the massive 33K at UFC London. That's awesome, dude. I would probably just quit. I'd quit picking. Quit picking, quit betting. I'm never gonna hit that again because I never have yet. That's awesome. What's up, Oscar? He was beating the crap out of Joaquin Buckley. Yeah, I remember that one. He was way too big for Joaquin. Next one here, though. Okay.
Buckley went on a tear after that too. Like that.
Yeah, he did.
That win aged really well. All right.
Next one. Let's go with Patricio Pitbull versus Aaron Pico. I'll let you go.
I'm on Pico. I think he's just bigger, stronger, faster, younger, and like more skilled, actually. His chin is the concern, but I don't think Pitbull really chin checks him. Pitbull will probably try to wrestle here. And yeah, I think it's as simple as that. Pico, like at one time, people thought he might be like the best American wrestler of his weight class ever. Like Pico had so much hype back in the day. I remember losing I shouldn't have parlayed him. He was like -800, but I lost on him because he tore out his shoulder.
Yep.
Then luckily I picked Lerone Murphy against him, and Lerone was an underdog there. That shows how good Pico is. Nice, yeah. This shows how good Pico is that he was a betting favorite against undefeated Lerone Murphy, who just put up a really good performance against Movzar. And God, that fight, bro. That fucking Mark Goddard taking that point away. Like, you don't know how my heart was pounding, like fucking Movzar refusing to wrestle. But like, God, the Lerone is just so good.
I was mad as well because I had Movzar and a lot of stuff too, and I thought it was a draw. I really did after the point today. I was like, it's a draw. Like, there's no way, or he loses. It's like there's no way he's winning. There's no way.
The thing was, I thought it was cooked already when CLD was getting wrestled by Delize, and then CLD won. I was like, okay, these UK, this UK crowd is just kicking off for the London boys. So then watching Lerone, I thought it was just absolutely cooked. But Lerone is so good. And he was an underdog to this stud, Aaron Pico. Pico's a monster. So, that spinning back elbow just really landed flush. Maybe we give him a pass. Uh,
I'll give him a pass on that.
yeah,
Even though I did pick Lerone Murphy and I also bet him, I didn't expect him to win it that way. So
no,
I'll take it, but I'll give Pico a pass.
I would expect decision too.
Yeah,
But,
I'm on the same. Oh, good. Sorry.
No. Pitbull's a stud, obviously. A little past his prime, but he looked good against Dan Ige. Dan Ige's a stud. But I got Pico in a couple parlays.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on Pico, obviously. I think he can get some wrestling going in this fight, actually. Maybe he does. Maybe he's like, you know what? Why even try to exchange it early on and maybe do it later in the fight? Pitbull, like, I always remember Pitbull, like good Pitbull in Bellator when he's fighting, Bellator people. Now he's coming over to the UFC, really hasn't like looked great in my eyes. I mean, he lost to Yair. That's not really that good of a look. Yeah, he beat Dan Ige, which is a good win. What the hell was Dan Ige doing in that fight? That's my first question, because I think Dan Ige gave that fight away. He could have won that fight, and he just didn't do nothing in round one. And then they get dropped in round two as well, out of nowhere, and he was destroying. Like, he was cruising and he got dropped in round two.
I don't recall that. I remember him throwing nothing and getting wrestled.
Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of a different fight.
Oh,
But Ige could have and should have won that fight, though. I will say that. I don't want to take anything away from Pitbull. I mean, he did what he did and he got the win. Cool. But like round one was almost as bad as Rose versus Esparza. Like that level of like nothing happened in round one. How do you judge that? Of course, you're going to give the judges anything. They're going to literally do the opposite of what you think that's going to happen. So you better do something, which nobody did anything. And I think two judges gave it to Pitbull, and that made him lose the fight, essentially, because I think Dan Ige probably won round three, because he usually does win round three. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyways, so for me, like, yeah, Pitbull could rock Pico. I mean, Pico doesn't really have the greatest chin. I think all 5 of his losses have been by knockout, 4 of them, and 1 by sub. But I just think he's too quick. I like his striking. He's Golden Glove boxer. He's got power in his hands too. I know Pitbull's durable, but he also has really good wrestling too, Pico. So I think he can mix it up any way he wants to. He just can't get rocked again. That's the thing. So if he doesn't, I think he wins this pretty easily, unless he gets clipped. So that's it.
One thing I didn't remember is how little control time he had. When I think of that Ige fight, it was like he was wrestling easy. He was controlling him. Ige was getting up. So
Ige always has a good get-up game.
Yeah.
Unless he's like a really, really good wrestler, like levels.
But it actually makes me even more confident in Pico here that like he was not able to hold Ige down. Even if Pitbull does wrestle, which he should, and gets takedowns, which he might, Pico is going to pop back up and piece him up.
Yep. I agree. I just think Pitbull's just a little too low volume. And I know he turned it up a little bit after that round 1 against Ige, but like it wasn't anything crazy. And then he didn't really do too much in round 3 either. So like, if I remember correctly, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I don't remember, and it's not in my notes, but on the stats, Ige doubled him up on significant strikes in round 3. So Ige might have won round 3.
What happened? Did he get a? Are you looking at UFC stats? Did he get a knockdown in round 2? Pitbull?
No.
What?
But I will tell you, sometimes they're just flat out wrong.
Oh, that's true. Maybe Ige got rocked and he like kind of looked like it was a bad hit and like it was a close second round and that's what swayed it.
That totally could be. Could be, like, yeah, maybe he shot for a takedown, landed on bottom, but according to the stats, no knockdown. But man, I swear to God, Amanda Nunes knocked down Juliana Pena, and I was gonna hit a crazy like same game parlay when same game parlays first came out, and they're like, nope, that wasn't a knockdown. So you just never know.
Trying to remember.
God, like that fight. Oh, like when something goes bad for me, I remember it for years.
I know. I don't think I bet that fight, which is probably why I don't remember it 100%. I remember I lost a pick. I think I picked Ige.
I typically pick like overs. I was probably on an over there, which Ige's cost me those a couple times.
Yeah. Give me Pico. I think it goes to decision. I just think he wins at least 2 rounds for sure. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if he can get. He could, but I don't think he does. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I'm struggling on a prop here. Nothing I really love. I think Pico's just like
I think it's a
solid.
good parlay piece. Throw in a parlay.
Yep.
That's about it. Line's kind of getting a little crazy, but it's not terrible yet. Minus
He was
305. It came down a little bit. That's not bad.
okay. I think I had him
It
at like
was minus 350. I saw.
Yeah, there was
There's some late money coming in today because like a lot of these lines are a little different now.
They're the books had it pretty wild. I remember I saw anywhere from minus 290 to minus 350 to your point. So line shopping is always important.
Yep. Let's see where we at. Holland is probably up there for career earnings. Of course, he's gonna get at least 250K just to show. 2016 Bellator fight was awesome. In 2026 with Pico and Pitbull, maybe 2020, not that far back. I can see Pitbull knocking him down, but I think it's more likely him fearing the takedown and holding back on the strikes. Bellator Pitbull would have beat Bellator Pico, keeping the same mentality. UFC Pitbull is going to whoop UFC Pico, okay? Pitbull's Ige win isn't even aging well either. That's true. Yeah, Ige really hasn't been looking that great. I know I want to give him a pass, I guess, on his last fight, but I didn't expect that. So I would have probably got knocked out as well. Mr. 305 worldwide. Yep. All right. Main card. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do so. We got Cub Swanson retirement fight versus Nate Landwehr. And it's my turn, right?
Please, because another very tough one.
Yeah, I could see this go either way. But I'm going to trust the gut. I'm going to go with Cub. I'm going to go with Cub here. I know Cub Swanson is 42 years old. It does scare me. Yes. But look at the other side. We got Nate Landwehr. He's 37 years old, but he has a ton of hard miles on this man. If he gets hit clean, even if it's just a little bit, he bleeds all the time. He's basically like Darren Elkins, the bleed level almost now. I think the more technical striker is Cub Swanson. He probably will slow down the longer this fight goes, but I think Cub is more dangerous to get him out of there more early than Nate is. Nate's always going to be in Cub's face. He's going to be trying to push forward. That's his style, and that's what Cub kind of wants. He wants you to come at him so he can counter you and land some good shots. He's a little bit of a sniper. He still has that power in his hands too, but it's just, is Nate going to wear him down? That's what I'm a little bit worried about later in the fight, because that's when Nate can maybe shine a little bit more. Early on, though, like we've seen Nate get dropped. He's kind of like Gamrot. He gets dropped in every one of his fights, but he's durable as hell. He always gets back up. And then sometimes he even wins that fight after he gets dropped. So I'm going with the gut. I'm going with the plus money. I know it's a close pick 'em still, but I think Cub, you can get Cub at plus money still somewhere. I like it. I think he gets it done, ends it on a good note. I don't think Cub wants to lose. I don't think he's completely washed. I know he's 42, but give me Cub to win this one. I think he retires on a good note. I'm gonna say by decision, but there is a world where Cub can get a first round knockout. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe the toughest fight to pick for me. Landwehr,
one of them for sure.
Yeah, Landwehr has like a really kind of like confusing chin. There's times where he just walked through everything David Onama had to throw at him and out grinds him, out cardios him, putting it on him late, showing off to the crowd, right? And then other times he just gets chin checked out of nowhere. So it's hard to know like where his durability's at. The Billy Quarantillo, I actually, picked Cub in that fight as a dog because Quarantillo has no cardio. And yeah, he ends up just getting him out of there late, kind of like as I expected. Beating Dawodu, decent win, close loss to Feely. Like Cubs last couple fights, he looked good. Problem is his most recent fight was in December of 2024. And I'm at that age. Sometimes I can never remember what year it is. So I'll tell you that was, 16 months ago. Quite a long time.
Perfect for an old guy though. Perfect.
Yeah. And
hopefully he's still training right though.
He's been coaching and his fighters have been killing it. He's like a really good coach. And a lot of, like even in all sports, an NBA player gets hurt, they sit out for a couple months and they're like, whoa, I understand the game so much better now after just like being forced to watch it for a couple months from the bench.
Yeah. You can't do anything, so you might as well watch it. You know what I mean? And then you're like, oh,
and it's easier. It's like even like sales when someone else is making a sales call. It's so easy to be like, no, you should do this. You should do this. Like it's hard to like improve when you're doing it, and it's really like great to see things from a different perspective. So I assume he's in the gym. I know he's breaking a sweat every day.
yeah,
But he's also had a lot of recent fighters with fights. So like, did he get to be selfish and have like a true camp for himself? I just truly don't know. I
don't know either.
need to like listen to some interviews of his. You can't believe anything these guys say in interviews anyway. He's gonna say it's the best camp of my life. I feel like
Yep, that's all they say.
Yeah,
there's not going to be a fighter like, yeah, this camp kind of sucked.
Yeah,
but they only say that after they lose.
Yeah. So this is such a tough one. You know, Landwehr is probably more durable and gritty, a little more just like grimy, forward pressury, a little higher volume. Cub is obviously way more skilled in his prime, vastly better resume. He beat, like, who did he beat? Charles Oliveira and Dustin Poirier. There's only like 3 guys that beat both of them. Cub Swanson's one of them.
Yeah.
Like in his prime, he'd be, a massive favorite here.
The WEC legend.
Yeah. I mean, I still remember when he got the double flying knee from Jose Aldo. Like, I watched the hell out of WEC. I loved WEC back in the day. Brittany Palmer, and a bunch of good fighters. And this is a really tough one. I think I'll sack up and go Cub with you.
I like it. Another thing too, and I kind of forgot about this until I looked at it right now. I always picture like Landwehr, like, you know, he's always going to be there late. Well, if you go back and look at his last 2 fights, he got knocked out in 2 round 3s in his last 2 fights. So it's like, maybe that that style, like he, you know, we love that we remember, like maybe it's just taking a toll finally. And like, that's what I'm a little worried about for Nate on that side. I don't know. He's 37, but that's a rough 37. I mean, he's like Darren Elkins, and look at like, that's a rough, what is he, 40?
Yeah. You raised a good point that I didn't consider, which is how much he shows damage. And you're very correct about that.
One clean, like, it doesn't even have to be like a crazy shot.
Somebody cracks a window and the wind blows.
Yeah. He'll bleed forever. Like Darren Elkins, every fight, dude.
I bet Duho Choi against him at like plus 120-ish.
That's good.
Because Landwehr just kind of sucks, man. He's just not that skilled. So
he's all about pressure and get in your face and just outslug you. And I don't know if he can do that anymore. Right. He'll try. I know he'll try.
Yeah. But like, we haven't seen anything out of Cub to like he doesn't have a questionable chin in my eyes.
I don't think so either.
If anything, he's got the better chin here. He's way more skilled.
I would say so. He's older.
Yeah. He's going to have better.
I don't think he's took a lot of damage. That's the thing. Like, yeah, he's older, but I don't think he's had the miles and the damage that Nate Landwehr has had taken. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
Giga got him out of there with the body kick. That can happen to anybody. Jonathan Martinez got him out of there with low kicks. I remember I was heavy on Dana Pineda because it was when Cub was coming back from his leg surgery and stuff. And even though
liver shot or something from Pineda or Cub on Pineda.
Pineda was like trying to get the low kicks, but he just wouldn't set him up. And Cub would just like kind of like Sean Strickland-esque avoid them and then piece Pineda up. And I was freaking out. I was screaming at Pineda, jab, low kick. Don't just low kick, jab, low kick. Cub is a gritty MF. So I get it. You know, it's his retirement fight, and that's concerning. And a lot of people are like, oh, that's a no-brainer fade right there. But it's the same thing why I'm struggling with the Kevin Holland Rude Boy. Like, I try to avoid the narratives. I try to just base it off my eyes.
I'm really going off my eyes. The last, and the ban list.
Yeah. But we'll talk about another fight where the eyes versus the brain come into play here coming up. But yeah, I think I'm getting more and more confident in Cup talking to you about it.
Love it. I'm more confident now as well. Because like I don't want to. Maybe I'm seeing something that like I'm just completely off. So I always like to break it down with everybody. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe you'll bring something to the table. I'll bring something, and then we can figure it out together.
I wonder if this might be a good one. Like if either guy ever gets to plus 300, it might be good to live bet the dog. You know, like because
I don't know, man.
Something crazy could happen late here, one way or the other.
I don't trust Nate Landwehr late. Now looking at it, and I'm thinking about the last 2 fights because I always remember. Sometimes this is what happens. Like I remember fighters in their prime
Right.
and what they were doing. And I'm like, yeah, dude, he should do exactly the same. He does this every time. And then I don't look back and I'm like, oh yeah, he can't do that anymore.
Well,
Like
I do
he
think that
can, but not to the same
yes,
level.
I think Choi and Morgan are very good. Like, so that's something to consider, like the level of competition. Like,
Yeah.
they're both studs. And
Yeah, I'm not saying, yeah, they aren't bums. Let's
and
put
he
it
was
that
looking
way.
pretty good in that Morgan fight, if I recall. I feel like it was like 1-1. And then Jamal Emmers, good fighter. I've bet on him before against bums like Herbert Burns or whoever. Gets him out of there with uppercuts. He's got a heavy uppercut. I feel like he's won a few fights by uppercut.
Landwehr?
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just that one. Maybe I'm thinking.
I think he has a good uppercut. I think he showed it in a couple of his fights, if I remember correctly. I remember him like in the clinch, like when they're all just going crazy. He like gets hit 3 times, and he lands a crazy uppercut and like stuns the other guy. It's like, this is a crazy fight.
I mean, it's been 4.5 years, but he beat Ludovic Klein, beat Jamal Emmers, beat David Onama, like decent guys.
Yeah.
And then the 3 guys he's lost to, legit studs, including Dan Ige. So it's tough. It's like there's a vast cavern between the guys he beats and loses to. I don't know. Yeah, I'll stick with Cobb. I think he's just more skilled. So yeah, we can move on.
Okay.
I'm just struggling over here.
Solomon, what's up, man? Hi guys, thanks for the content. Any locks for the coming PFL card I can parlay with? And honestly, I will tell you this: I know it's in Chicago, and I don't even know who's fighting in PFL. Do you? Yeah. I didn't even look.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I can't tell you any, my man. Sorry.
There's PFL Africa.
Yeah, PFL Chicago is literally this weekend, and I'll be in Chicago, but I'm not going to PFL Chicago.
Tough one.
I'm going to a Blackhawks game. Then I'm going to a Cubs game, even though I'm a Sox fan.
Nice.
I haven't been to a Cubs game like over 15 years.
I would assume Vivian Araujo beats Shannon Young, but she's got to be a huge favorite.
Oh, I would. You would hope.
Yeah, -400. That's about what I was expecting. I would say
she should win the first 2 rounds, easy. Yeah. But Shannon Young, like, what? How's she gonna win? Like, she's not gonna win. So there you go.
Definitely not gonna win.
She ain't good.
No.
What up, Tyler? 130 MMA. I'm only here for a few. Want to stop? I appreciate you hanging out, saying hi. I'm sure you're gone already because we've been talking a little bit on this one, but appreciate you hanging out with us. Definitely check out 130 MMA if you haven't. And he probably has PFA picks. Solomon, go to his YouTube, check him out, follow him if you don't. And then
probably some of the guys on the card, like he knows all the fighters. That guy's a stud. I feel like Tyler would love like the Nate Landwehr Cub Swanson fight. That's like 138 written all over it.
For sure. He'd be like, yeah, I love this fight. I love it. Like, he's all excited. I love when he comes on. We need to do a show of like us 3, and that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'll try to get 3 people or 2 people on one of these like really good cards, and then it'll be fun. We'll have a fun time.
And we're making good bets tonight. We're like moving faster than we have in the past too. So we can have a 3rd guy on here.
Yeah, we could do that. Well, back in the day, we used to do like 3 or 4 guys. Yeah, including me and Cody. Or not like, so 4 total, 3 or 4 total. Sorry, I'm lagging probably. Am I lagging?
No, you sound good.
Okay. I thought I was lagging, my bad. But yeah, I would tell everybody before we go on, okay, you guys got about like 30 seconds and then we're gonna get going because we could drag this out to 5 hours because me and Cody could do that by ourselves.
Especially just the chat. You always have so many people in the chat. But dude, one time I did a show with Tyler and like it was 4 of us. It was Couch and like Roto Grinder Brady.
Okay.
It was a late card. It was actually like after I was on with you or Clint, somebody, like it was the second show I was on of the night. Roto Grinder Brady was like so fed up, bro. Like he was like ready to be done. I remember it because it was a long show.
I remember I did one show with him. He's a cool dude. It was a while ago, though, maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah, he was so cool and so sharp, but I could tell he was over it.
All right, let's go. Let's just Sorry if I'm not gonna get to the chat. We're gonna go. We talked a lot in this one. I'll get to the chat maybe later. Dominic Reyes versus Johnny Walker. I want you to go first, and I want you to say exactly what I'm going to say. Go.
I'm strangely confident in Dominic Reyes here.
Love it. That's what I exactly was going to say.
He's he's just, I think he's far smoother. He's got that patented Reyes pull 2 counter. I think he's just going to have better footwork. Walker's entries are so predictable. I will admit, I think Walker's more athletic, right? Like Reyes loves talking about his football background, but if you said, Aaron, make these two guys do one test, one competition, and you have to judge based off that one thing who's more athletic, I would say who can jump higher. And Johnny Walker can jump higher.
Johnny Walker see some of his flying knees.
Of course,
he almost can jump out of the cage.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Like to do that, that's wild. But I think Dom's just so much smoother. Now we all know anything can happen here because these guys' chins are suspect and their power is damn near elite. But I got to go based off the skill, and I think Dom's got that by a mile.
Yep. Yeah, going skill for skill. Skill for skill, Reyes. Athleticism, definitely Walker. The wild and unpredictable, you would probably go with Walker as well. Yeah. But the cleaner, the better counters, like Walker's, sometimes he gets a little too crazy, and then he'll get clipped. And then, like, I know both guys can just fall down like a sack of potatoes or look like the wild, the inflatable guy and just go down. Like, it's insane, like some of their knockouts and how they look and how they get knocked out. Yeah. But let's just go one step further. And this is another reason why I like Reyes in this fight. Let's say this fight is boring in round one. They are too scared. They barely do anything. Who would you favor if this fight gets in round two? Maybe even round three.
I think still Reyes, to your
point. So I'm just saying I like Reyes everywhere.
Yeah.
The only way Johnny Walker is going to win this fight is if he does something wild and crazy and lands a knockout on Reyes. But
Walker was really low volume. He was really low volume for one time.
Super low volume.
He used to average like 3.386 strikes per minute, but it increased lately because he landed a wild 50 against Zhang in a short fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a little like he got in his own head for a while because we all knew him as a crazy man. He was getting knocked out. He goes to SBG Ireland. They tamed him, and he didn't start winning.
No, they tamed him too much.
It's like taking away a gun from a gunfighter, just because they got shot sometimes. So I don't know. I just came up with that metaphor on the fly, but I think it works. Yeah, but I mean, the tough part is if we look at who Walker's lost to, studs. Volkan, Magomed. Yeah, just skill for skill. I just got to trust my eyes. I think Dom absolutely clocks him in round one.
Yeah. I mean, Reyes is losing the pretty good guys to himself. Like, both guys are fighting the upper level guys that are all good. I mean, maybe, coming from the Reyes side, maybe the Anthony Smith fight wasn't the greatest look. Oh, wait, no, he won that fight. Maybe the Ryan Spann fight. That was the one I wanted to say. Maybe that wasn't the best loss. But that was right after he got crushed by Yuri. And he was winning that fight until that happened. But we'll get to that fight in a second when I say that.
I think he was out. I think he took a long layoff between Yuri and Spann, and he came back for the Spann fight saying, I'm renewed. I'm better than I've ever been. I'm better than I was when I fought John Jones. No, 80-second knockout.
Yeah. But again, do you have a bet on this fight, though?
I put Reyes in 2 parlays already. Like, like at 125. I'm normally like a chalk seeker. I'm not out here parlaying, close fights. I'm really confident.
I was secretly hoping that the line would go to a pick'em. I know it was like Reyes minus 130. A little bit more money's coming in on Reyes now, and I'm like, man, I was hoping maybe more Walker love because people don't trust Reyes' chin.
There might be. Like, some sharp might come in on Friday. Like, once Reyes gets to minus 150, somebody might come hammer it, get him back down to minus 120. But, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. And, like, you would think the under what is, like, golden, which makes total sense. But if you look at the line, it's minus 215. And hear me out. Fantastic line. I almost fell for it. And the reason why I didn't, I was thinking about it. I'm like last week, the Yakiev fight was minus 500 and that hit. But we all knew that was a guarantee. And we knew Yakiev would be the one doing it. Right. This is a fight where either guy can get a knockout. Right. And it's minus 215 with both of these guys having 0 chins.
Right.
And it's minus 215. there's something sketchy about that. Like, it doesn't add up at all.
That's a good point. It makes you think this is even better value, but then it makes you think somebody knows something, or what am I missing?
Or what if they go into round 2 and then nothing happens in round 1 because both these guys are scared they're going to get knocked out?
Yeah, a little gun shy. What if Walker tries wrestling, tries slowing it down a bit?
True.
No,
it only takes like one like moment for these guys to just go crazy, but it has to be like, because I know both these guys are going to be gun shy a little bit at first, but it only takes one moment. Like Johnny Walker overextends and tries to hit him, and then a fucking counter comes and it's game over. Or Reyes tries to do something and Walker does a flying knee and knockout. It's just going to take one little moment, but if they're just too scared, we've seen it happen. Johnny Walker did that in one fight. Wasn't it against Anthony Smith? Was that it? Yeah, that fight went to decision.
Right. Well, I feel like he got takedowns. I'm not looking at the stats right now, but I feel like he was wrestling them there.
He might, but Anthony Smith won by decision. What was that one fight?
No, he beat Smith by decision.
Oh, he did. You're right. My bad. I'm looking at the wrong one.
My notes said he outclassed and outpointed him. It doesn't mention if he gets takedowns or not, but I assume he must have.
Okay. I want to say that was like the boring fight.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, I think something along those lines could happen. This is why I'm not jumping on that under, and it just looks too good to be true. That's another reason why I'm like, something is a little off on this one. I don't know. Maybe it hits. Maybe it does, and I look like an idiot for not betting it. But I'd rather look like an idiot and not bet it than look like an idiot and bet it.
Yeah. What that leads me to believe is like maybe you bet the round 2 KO. Maybe you try to get a little greedy.
I wonder what the prop is on that. That's a good look. Good look.
But I will say this. I'm not great at DFS, but this week I have like a ticket. So I have to play DFS this week.
Okay.
And like I only won big on DFS one time. And it was I placed first in one of these tournaments where I won a ticket 2 weeks prior. Then I get in this tournament with my $500 ticket or whatever. And I got first place and won like $5,000 or something. Other than that, I play DFS like as a donation. I kind of suck at it, to be honest. This is a must target DFS fight because the salaries are close. Like whoever wins,
probably upper 70s or 700 or thousands, right?
Yeah, probably 7,800 or so. Yeah, whoever wins this fight is going to be in the optimal lineup.
Yeah, they have to be, or at least they should be, unless it's a boring decision.
Like 90% likely that they are. Yeah, even in that boring decision versus Anthony Smith, Johnny Walker landed like 92 sig strikes. I'm seeing here, and so it was just that Smith was so terrible, and Johnny just played smart and kind of, pieced him up. But yeah, play this in DFS and bet on Dominic Reyes.
I like it. Maybe I'll get around to it. I want the line to drop a little bit, though, because I missed it already. We got MMA Butter in here. What's up, Butter? Yo, guys, 2 of the best in the game. Fun card. Let's go. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Definitely check out MMA Butter on Instagram. He's a good capper there. He puts out a lot of good plays, too, so definitely check him out.
His picks early. He gets out his picks.
Yeah. He's Monday, like... we always talk a little bit, and then I'm like, dang, dude, we have the same picks, but I didn't post them, but he already posted his like on Tuesday. I'm like, dang.
You're copying Butter's picks, huh?
No, not copying. I saw it. I was like, hey, we got the same picks, but I didn't post it yet. Fights are more fun when Walker gets hit and start the baby giraffe newborn stumble makes me smile.
He doesn't even have to get hit on the chin. He gets hit like on the side of the head and just.
I know. It's crazy. I think Reyes is a cleaner technique for sure. Yeah. What up, Kendall? Walker going to do his craft impression, light as a feather, stiff as a board. Of course, Kendall. Come on.
That's good.
Y'all really think that this one is worth betting? I mean, you got to feel it. You got to feel it in your bones because, again, anyone can knock out anybody in this fight.
All I can say is, like, I'm more confident.
I am more confident that Reyes gets a knockout because he's cleaner, like you said. Like, and his counters are amazing. I love his counter left right down the middle. Yeah, and then Johnny Walker gets hit all the time.
Johnny is just so predictable. Yeah. So I mean, go lightly, right, and tread lightly always.
But maybe that's what happens here. What I want to say, and it kind of gets boring in round 1. Maybe like Walker knows, like if I get too crazy, like I normally do, Reyes is going to counter me and I'm going to get knocked out. And then Reyes is like, I'm just going to wait for Johnny Walker to get wild and crazy. I'm not going to get crazy. I don't need to. I have a great counter left that I can stun and knock down anybody. And it's just boring for round one. Like 10 strikes happen.
Yeah, I can see it. That's a smart play. And one thing that I think I do well a lot of times is I think about how would this fight go if it's boring. To your point, it's a very good question to ask yourself, because everyone's like, oh, well, this guy's going to win by sub or this guy's going to win by KO, which was more likely. And I'm like, who's going to win a decision? That's how you.
It definitely would be Reyes, 100%.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting slept. They'll be shocked if it goes. Yeah, I don't see it going the distance. I was talking about like the 1.5. I'm like, I'm not going to bet it. Too good to be true. Giving Walker ADD meds, not taking him. Who the ref is matters. Unfortunately, hope Herb gets in there and with his help us to stop this one early. Johnny will think he is Hamza and shoot in the first 60 seconds. He might be a good idea. Maybe, I don't know. I think Johnny will get him first. Okay. Jay likes Johnny. Interesting.
Jay knows better.
All right. It's all right. All right, this is probably.
How many Reyes is going to win?
Good.
I'm fired up.
I think he is too.
Yeah, I know. I just.
This is the people's main event, though.
Ooh.
So this is the people's main event. Everybody and their mothers is betting this fight. Curtis Blades versus Josh Hokett. I'll go ahead and start this one off. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm betting Curtis Blades. Not betting. I'm sorry. I'm picking Curtis Blades. If Josh Hokett wins, great. Fantastic. I'll look like an idiot. I don't care. You can't tell me if you go look at Josh Hokett and who he's destroying. I'll say it. He's destroying, but he's destroying trash cans. Curtis Blades is not a trash can. No. I'm not saying he is 2018 Curtis Blades, 2020 Curtis Blades, where he was, top 3, but Curtis Blades is Curtis Blades. And I think a lot of people kind of forget too. Curtis Blades got hurt in his last fight. Didn't really look great because I think, what was it, MCL, something with his knee maybe? He was actually trying to shoot some takedowns. And I don't know if that's what hurt him or however it got hurt, which I loved. Because once I saw him shoot a takedown, I'm like, he's going to win this fight. Like, that is the Curtis Blades I want. But then he stopped after that. And then I was like, shit, what happened? He doesn't look that good anymore. Then come to find out he got hurt, blah, blah, blah. But I still won. It was a closer fight. But what if Curtis Blades shoots takedowns now that he's healthy? What if we've seen Curtis Blades in the same position before with Jailton Almeida trying to get taken down up against the cage? And then I'm not saying it's the exact thing that happens, but like, Curtis Blades has seen it all. Mm-hmm. Like what Josh is going to do, like Curtis Blades, like, okay, I'm a wrestler. I have pretty good defensive takedown defense and defensive wrestling, or I could wrestle. I have really good striking. He's going to be like 30 pounds heavier. He's going to be bigger by far. And he's got good cardio. He's not a gasser at all. So that's Josh's thing. Like, he gasses the person out in round 1 after takedown, but Curtis doesn't do that. So how is he going to win if he doesn't gas him out in round 1? Knockout, obviously, but I don't know. I don't think Josh Hokett is that power puncher like Sergey, like Tom Aspinall, like the big power puncher guys that can knock out Curtis Blades. That's why he has like 4 knockouts in his career, because they're all against the biggest guys in the freaking heavyweight division.
You're fighting the
world, yeah. And then Francis.
Guys in the world.
Josh ain't that guy. Now, he could win this fight. Maybe I'm wrong. But everybody's on Josh. I ain't going to do it. I'm going with my Chicago boy, Curtis Blades. I think he wins by decision. Maybe a late finish, but not in the first round. Maybe second or third. Maybe Josh gasses. Who knows? We haven't really seen him after a round and a half, so we're only assuming here. I've seen Curtis Blades after a round and a half. I think he's fine. Give me Curtis. What do you like?
Yeah, this one is tough for me. So Hokett is not overly skilled, but he has a really suffocating, difficult style to deal with. He's just so like laughably, like cartoonishly aggressive on the feet. He's leaning forward so much. His feet are like so far behind his head. He's leaning forward so much lunging punches so much, like you cannot help but back up. And then your butt hits the cage and he's on your legs. He's so undersized that he cannot hold anybody down. Like literally, he's surfing the whole fight.
He's like 230, 235 tops.
He's just surfing the whole fight, just trying to stay on top. But it's almost like he doesn't care if you end up getting up anyway, because he's just going to do the whole like pattern again. And so like to beat him, you cannot skirt around. You cannot try to be clean. To beat him, you need to be aggressive and go take his little bitch ass down. Like, I'm not a hockey fan. MMA is a great sport. It doesn't need to be WWE. And I like Curtis a lot. I kind of have a soft spot for him because of his stuff.
I like Curtis too.
He doesn't have CTE. Well, he might, but he doesn't talk like that because of CTE. He's had a stutter his whole life, and he's like a nice guy. He's an honorable fighter. He's fought the best guys in the world. When he got starched by Sergey Pavlovich, he was like winning the striking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this guy's freaking good, man. Like, yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, so this is the fight to me that it's like, oh my God, like if you pick Hockett and you're wrong, you look like the dumbest MF of all time.
But you could look at genius though.
Yeah.
So that's the risk you're taking.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, but it's not like Hockett's plus 300 or something like I would expect.
I know. That's the thing.
Yeah. But like, in the Rizvan fight, I'm like watching it on my other screen right now. He went 2 for 6 in takedowns and 2 for 9 in takedowns in round 1. And then he went 0 for 6 in the final 2 rounds. And you're right. It's probably because, the leg was busted up. But like his striking is clean and technical and it looks good against other 260-pound guys. I'm just a little worried that Hockett is like a little kind of like a Wolverine fighting a horse. You know what I mean? It's like tough to get off you. So I'm torn on it.
He's 6'1", 235, and Blades is going to be 6'4", probably 260. He's not 265, but he's close to 265.
Yeah, it's crazy. So 6-inch reach advantage for Curtis.
And a 6-inch reach advantage.
Yeah. And a mile-long resume advantage.
Oh, yeah, it's not even close. This is 2 steps up in competition. 2.
Yeah.
Or 1 massive step up.
Yeah. I mean,
whatever you want to say.
It'd be one step for Curtis. It's 2 steps for little Hockett.
Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah, it's a tough one, but like I just can't get it out of my head that Hockett's got such a suffocating style to deal with. And neither one of us have mentioned it. It's all any other capper could talk about. Curtis is a little chinny, maybe, but he's fighting these guys that can knock out an ox. We know.
That's what I keep going back to, and I've said it like numerous times. Like Tom Aspinall, Sergey Pavlovich, Derek Lewis, Francis Ngannou twice. Those are the people he got knocked out to.
Right.
Josh Hockett would die with any of those guys. And it's Derek Lewis back in the day when he was actually good still. This is like 34-year-old Derek Lewis.
Curtis actually, I lost my ass. I was at a concert.
And I lost my ass on that game and that fight too. Because I was so mad.
Like I typically don't do anything on Saturdays but watch UFC, but it's my favorite band. They're in town. I'm at a concert watching it. Curtis wins round 1, all with striking. When he finally decides to go for a takedown,
that's from the uppercut.
And then
like the third strike from Derek Lewis.
Yeah. And then bum ass Herb Dean running from down the block. Like Curtis takes 2 gigantic unnecessary hammer fists. Poor guy. I felt like I was taking those hammer fists because I had like probably 10 units of parlays on Curtis that night.
Oof.
Yeah. I thought he was a lock. So, the chin has hurt me before, I'll tell you that. So of course Hockett's not going to just starch him, not like early, but after he does the rinse repeat of ugly entry, terrible takedown, unable to hold him down, Curtis gets up, and then it's just like, it's like a tiny little bitch ass dog, like an angry little ugly dog, annoying dog that you can't get off you. I'll go Curtis though.
Okay, I like it.
I'm torn though.
I'll look like an idiot. I don't care.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'll look like an idiot picking the far more tenured guy here.
Exactly.
So the thing is, so I was on Kavanaugh over Moreno. I was on Uros Medic over Jeff Neal. If you just went off resumes, Moreno and Jeff Neal were easy picks. Everyone's in my comments telling me Moreno and Jeff Neal are easy picks. A similar situation here where it's like,
the style.
if you ask me in 5 seconds without being able to rewatch tape, it's like, oh my God, Curtis Blades, what is he, minus 500? Yeah, I'll take him. Wait, he's minus 150? What the fuck? But then
like, what's going on?
When I watch, I'm like, and I just visualize how the fight's going to go. I'm like, oh, this could be close.
Yeah. I just have to see it. I want to see it. I don't want to say waste a pick, but I'll put my pick on the line here and see if Josh Hogan can do it against somebody in the top 5.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a big step up.
If he wins this fight,
let's say Josh Hogan had 2 or 3 more fights before this fight and he looked 90% what he's looked against the bums, I'd probably pick Hogan because I'm like, okay, this guy could probably do it. Like, I don't know if he can against Curtis Blades. I haven't seen it. Like, Curtis Blades is one of the guys that he has 15 minutes of cardio, who has good takedown defense, who has the wrestling. There's not many wrestlers in the heavyweight division. Well, this is one of them.
Well, if you look at how many takedowns Blades landed in like his last 6 fights, I'm pulling it up. I think it's 2. Yeah, 2 in his last 6 fights, man.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, he has the wrestling background. He can defend takedowns a lot better than these other guys. And if he does shoot, he can do it. If he does, I'm not expecting him to. If he does, great. That's a bonus. I just think he's going to be able to survive the first round, and then I think he can piece him up after that.
Yeah, I mean, Hockett did slow down a tiny bit in the past, but I think Hockett's cardio is pretty good, and the pace is tough to deal with. And if you're on your back foot, backing away, while the littler guy gets to walk forward at you, the guy walking backwards is going to gas faster. Curtis, it's unfair because the level of competition is so elite, but at takedown defense only 31%. Jailton got him down 9 times. Of course, that means Curtis kept.
But he got back up 9 times.
Yeah, that's like all in round 1.
Yeah.
It was in round 2 where he got those Travis Brown elbows on him, right? Mm-hmm. So I mean, like, can Hockett get him down, make his big ass get up? Like, I don't think the cardio edge for Curtis here is like as clear.
Yeah, but I guess what I was going with is, like, Josh is used to these guys just being nothing, being a waste after 3 minutes. Like, Curtis is not going to be that guy. Not even close. Josh is going to have to work to get this win. Like, he has the style. I'm not saying he can't, but it's not going to be as easy as his first 3. When I say 3, I mean 1 in the Dana White Contender Series, and then these 2 UFC bums he beat that aren't even probably in the UFC anymore.
No.
So,
I mean, like, the Denzel Freeman, like, that domination was pretty wild. Like I'll tell you, the swagger goes a long way. Like, I'm big on the
maybe, and that's why everybody wants to. He's like, yeah, I could do this all day. Yeah, easy. I'm like, okay, cool.
Like, if
now you have a test.
If you think this little pill is gonna help you do something, I got some men's advanced vitamins here. Take your vitamins, boys. If you think this little pill is gonna do something, it will. The placebo effect is powerful. Your mind is strong, and this guy thinks he's the shit. This guy's hungrier than Curtis.
Yeah, but if
Curtis is doing his podcast thing.
Yeah, if he has that, Curtis might have that edge with him. He's like, this guy is not beating me. That's all, and that's all he needs too. He's like, he thinks he can get up there. He hasn't fought anybody. He thinks he's going to beat me. No way. And that's all he needs. I think he's fine.
That's like how NBA teams lose to the worst team in the league. Is they don't take them seriously. They feel a little too entitled. Like, you got to be hungry. You got to be afraid. In my opinion, like,
I think Curtis is afraid. That's why I think he's going to I don't think he's going to, like, lay off like this fight at all. I think he's going to give it his all, whether he wins or loses.
Yeah, I don't know. I've trust me. Like, there's very few fighters I've wanted to lose more in a matchup than this one. Like, I really hope Curtis gets it done here. Maybe I'll have to pick Hockett just as the old emotional hedge, so that I'm happy. But it's tough. I'll go Curtis though. Official pick.
Yeah. Again, I'm not like crazy confident here, but like, I just have to see it. I have to see it.
I also need some dogs. I feel like I'm on all favorites here. That's part of the problem too.
I think I picked 2 dogs so far?
Yeah, I guess we're on Cub, and then you were on a different one.
Bet Picks.
Yeah, where I was on Gamera. So yeah, like, I'm kind of like feeling compelled to choose some dogs.
I mean, a lot of dogs hit last card. This could be a flip.
Well, I got a dog that's going to win coming up for you.
It better not be the next one. Next one. Azamat Murzakanov versus Paulo Costa. Who do you like in this one?
So I'm gonna pick Azamat, but I'm scared. Azamat is the guy who was losing to Tafon and Chukwi when I had Azamat parlayed to high heaven and was already like, ripping up my invisible proverbial tickets. And then he gets a round 3 jumping knee KO. Azamat is the guy who
I had a Tafon bet and I was mad.
Ooh, nice.
That's an underdog.
Well, great value. Oh, huge underdog. Great value by you. Because
what I'm angry about, and I remember this to the day I die, is his corner after round 2. It's like, be more aggressive. I'm like, no, you don't have to be aggressive. You clearly won the first 2 rounds. And what does he do? He goes out there and tries to be too aggressive and gets knocked out. I'm like, I hate you. I hate you, corner. You ruined everything. You literally told this guy to do something he did not have to do. He could have literally skated across the whole ring for 5 minutes and would have won the fight.
Those corners get their 10% no matter what, no matter whether their advice is
terrible. You could have got 20% instead of 10%.
This is another one of the fights where, like, I feel like being on Hockett might be like fake sharp. But I felt the same way about Ethan Ewing. I was on Estevam. I was wrong, but I'm like, we're talking about this undefeated guy who beat Charles Johnson, and you're all going to pick this favorite because he looked good once, and Estevam gets a little gassy after he absolutely dominates 2 rounds. Good luck. Of course, Ewing wins, right? But I thought Ewing was fake sharp. Maybe, like, I almost feel like Azamat is like, kind of like a fake sharp type of thing. And when Paulo Costa hypothetically wins, everyone's like, bro, how did we ever think that the guy who barely lost to Sean Strickland was going to lose to the guy that barely beat Tafon and Chukwi? Right? I mean, like, Paulo looked really good last time out against Roman Kopylov. And it's a style that could work really well against Azamat. Staying at range, keeping him at kicking range, peppering his legs, peppering his body. Like, Paulo's going to have way faster footwork. The reason I end up picking Azamat is just the power, and I never like pick the guy who is reliant on a KO against the guy who's going to be higher volume, better footwork, better kicks, better experience, right? Like, this has Paulo Costa pick written all over it to me. But even Roman Kopylov was able to blast Paulo a couple times with straight punches, and Azamat will knock you out with a power jab. Just ask the very good fighter Alexander Rakic, who we got out of there in round 1 last time. So, that was a big win for him. He hadn't had any wins that good, but I have a high opinion of Rakic. Rakic is huge. Rakic has similar range kicking abilities. Rakic, he's huge. I already said it.
Doesn't have a chin.
He does. No, he doesn't. And he always looks great in round 1 and then gets thrown down like a bitch by Yuri, and like, Rakic is a great live bet against fighter. I think Paulo might win round 1 here. Might be a good idea to bet Azamat, but
live bet.
Obviously Azamat could KO him in round 1, I realize, but I'll go Azamat because he's gonna end up landing because Paulo just starts feeling himself a little too much. But yeah,
he's super hittable though. Costa.
Yeah, like,
I mean, he's durable as shit though, but he's super hittable.
He is durable, and he gets hittable when he gets tired, especially.
Yep. Later in the fight. Early
on, he's got tons of feints, tons of footwork, tons of kicks. Azamat's gonna lose round 1 here, man. Like,
probably. I can see it. It's not crazy. I just don't know if he's gonna win the other 2.
Yeah, I just I think it only takes 1. And
it might be whoever wins round 3 wins this fight, or if there is not a KO.
Right. What about Azamat's decision? Would that be wild as hell?
Not really. I think this fight goes to decision.
I guess he's won 3 decisions. I think if you think this fight goes to decision, then Paulo Costa's a lock. Like, I find it really hard to visualize how Azamat wins a decision here.
I just think
Costa 5 times throughout the fight.
It's interesting. This fight is interesting.
It's very interesting.
You're gonna go with Azamat, you said?
I picked Azamat, yep. And I got him in 1.
Are you gonna go by decision, by KO?
By KO. Round 2
okay.
KO.
Okay. Yeah. I was deciding a little bit back and forth when I first looked at this fight. I ended up picking Azamat as well. And the reason why is because I do think if he lands, he's gonna be landing the harder shots, like cleaner shots. Azamat's pretty hard to hit, like clean. I've seen Paulo Costa get hit clean all the time. He's durable as shit though, but he bleeds not as crazy as like Nate Landler, but like if he starts bleeding, he slows down as the fight goes on, and Azamat does slow down a little bit too. I mean, we have these two guys that should be. I mean, Paulo is a middleweight, but he's fighting at 205. These guys are middleweights, but they're fighting at 205s, and they're basically almost the same size.
Agreed.
But Azamat's used to fighting at 205. Paulo isn't as much. And he's a big dude. Not to say that he can't be a 205er, but like, I just think the cleaner striker is Azamat. The more volume early Costa, but Costa slows down so much to the point where I think he's going to lose the later rounds. Like in round 3, it might be a toss up. But if it gets to round 3, I think it might be 1-1. And then it goes to decision, and maybe Azamat squeaks it out because Paulo's just a little too tired because it's a 205 fight. Like he's not used to it. Even though it's only 3 rounds. But I don't know. I think this could be a close fight, but if there is a knockout, I do think it's going to be on the Mirzakhanov side. I don't think Paulo will get him out of there. And also, too, I forgot to bring up, Azamat has wrestling in this fight. He could shoot a takedown. If Paulo gets a little too crazy, he can get the takedown and probably stay on top for the majority of it. Maybe not the whole round, but like for a good amount just to get a little breather. And I mean, we've seen Luke Rockhold get Paulo Costa down when Luke Rockhold was 95 years old, UFC years. So
that was the winning gas. Yeah, round 3 is blowing blood all over his face.
Yep.
That was one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen.
So that's not out of the question here. I'm not saying Azamat's a wrestler by any means. He is a striker first and foremost, but he does have wrestling. Paulo's not going to shoot a takedown. He's not. And I don't think he has great takedown defense either. So especially when he's tired. And that could play a part in round 3, and that could win him the fight. So I'm going to go with Azamat to win by decision, and I think that might be how the fight plays out. It's going to be close. It's going to be fun.
That's a ballsy take. I love like decision props on fighters.
I think this fight goes over. I love it.
Interestingly, I didn't know this until I just looked, but Paulo Costa had his highest volume round in round 5 against Sean Strickland across that fight.
I remember that fight because he did nothing in the first 4 rounds, and I wonder if he did that on purpose because he knew he wasn't going to outstrike Strickland, even if he tried the first 2 or 3 rounds. And then round 5, he actually looked pretty good, and Sean Strickland was slowing down for once, but that fight was at 205, right?
No, I think that was 185. He fought Marvin Vettori at 205 because he's just
okay, that's what it was.
Cheated and missed weight.
That's true, yeah. But I think he did the same thing with Marvin Vettori too in round 5. Because Vettori slowed down. Because I remember I bet Vettori, and Vittori's like, okay, I'm like, he's got cardio for days. And then in round 5, like Paulo looked good too. I'm like, shit, he might get him out of there.
You're right. Round 5 was Paulo's highest volume and highest accuracy round.
But the first 4 rounds he didn't do too much.
Right, conserving his energy. All I know is in the Roman Kopylov fight, he was a little higher volume and he did fade in round 3. So I think you're onto something. Like if he conserves his energy, he can last 5 rounds. Here, just a 3-round fight. He needs to avoid the firefight here. He needs to stick.
You can't do that. Like the Roman Kopylov fight was like he looked amazing, and he had a perfect game plan for Roman Kopylov. Like stay in boxing range, don't let Roman get kicks off, and he landed some bombs on Roman, and Roman did not want to get hit anymore, and he was gun shy the whole freaking fight for most of it. After I think he got rocked a couple times early too. So
he did round 1,
but I don't think it's going to happen here.
No,
different style fighter.
Yeah, Azamat's pretty durable. Yeah, but round 1, he sent Roman's mouthpiece flying. But by the end of the fight, Roman blasted him in round 3 as well. Yeah, this is a tough one. I just think like Azamat seems like an easy pick to everybody, and I would just give a word of caution. I think this is going to be real close until.
I know you like the overs, so what do you think of the over 1.5 at 245?
Minus 245?
Yeah,
Pasadena.
You don't like it?
Fuck no.
The over 1.5 in this fight?
And my style is overs, but no, not an Azamat Mirzakhanov fight. Hell no.
Has Paulo ever got knocked out under 1.5 rounds in his life? Was the Izzy fight under 1.5?
I think it was round 2. I don't know exactly how early.
I don't know either, but
I'll tell you this: if Izzy can knock you out,
that was wine Paulo Costa though.
this
Not
is
secret juice Paulo Costa.
This is 205-pound Paulo Costa, who's surely been hitting some Italian food and wine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're telling me that Sean Strickland doesn't knock you out, Marvin Vettori doesn't knock you out. Yeah, well, no shit, man. All right, so it was over 1.5. Oh, I'm lagging a bit. It was like 4 minutes into round 2. So by 90 seconds, it hit the over by 90 seconds. But that's Izzy. That's Izzy who's like who's dancing around, moving, bobbing and weaving and countering, not this stocky little Eastern European or whatever the hell he is, just stalking you down, walking you down.
Dare I say this as well? Azamat's been in the UFC. He's fought 6 times.
2-0
half
as a
of
dog.
them. Wait, no, four out of the 6 have went over 1.5. The last 2 didn't, against Rakic and Bredson Ribeiro, who's a bum.
That's a good point.
Minus 245 over 1, and that's all you need. 7.5 minutes. We know Paulo is he's durable as shit, dude.
It's just
I know Azamat can crack, but
it's like, would I rather bet over 1.5 at minus 245 or the Tatiana fight to go the distance at minus 350? I'll pay that extra, and I'll take that extra 7.5 minutes.
I like to sweat a little. I like the over 1.5 if I could sweat a little bit. I like it.
Especially
I against bigger guys.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
And the great thing about missing an over, we talked about it before, you got to see somebody die.
It's true. I kind of like it. I kind of like betting the over instead of picking a side.
I like your decision prop because that is how.
I mean, that's another thing too. What is that prop at? Something crazy. Oh, it's only plus 165, dude. That's not
for Azamat decision.
Yeah,
that's
on DraftKings. Yeah. So you're telling me, what do you think that should have been? Plus 300 or more?
I was thinking, 4 or 5.
Okay,
yeah.
So then that over is golden. Love it. I even love it more now. That's only plus 165 because the bookies think it's going to be a decision. What's the KO prop? Plus 200. They think Azamat's going to win by decision because they know Paulo Costa is durable as shit. Give me the over. I already talked myself into a bet.
I like it. I appreciate it. I would tend to lean your over more than Azamat by decision. Like, there's no way.
I would too. Yeah.
He's not going to win enough minutes here. Like, I could see the fight going over. Yes. Can I see Azamat winning a decision? It's very hard to visualize. Like, Paulo's going to be kicking the shit out of him.
I expected the Azamat decision would be like plus 300 or more. I really did.
Yeah, I would think like the Paulo Costa decision would be close to his money line. His money line's 170
plus 450 decision for Paulo.
That's insane. That's
plus 400 for KO.
The only way Paulo can win is by decision here.
And that's the KO is less than the decision.
Just barely. Yeah. So it expects.
But, I mean,
insane. They're given better odds.
Loving the over.
It shows that these clowns don't know what they're doing. They're given better odds on Paulo Costa to win by KO than for him to win by decision. That's just lunacy.
When was the last time he knocked out anybody?
Fuck, I can't even. Yeah, I mean,
was it Roman? Did he get him out of there? No. He didn't.
That's lunacy.
Uriah Hall in 2018. That's 8 years ago.
How many decision wins does he have since then? Like 5?
1, 2, 3. And he lost decision. 1, 2, 3. And he got knocked out by Izzy.
This guy just never fights. He's got more canceled fights than anything else.
Well, that's true too. But still, I mean,
like,
it's not like Costa's been taking damage. You know what I mean? Like, he hasn't been because he's not fighting and he's durable as shit already.
His last 5 fights went the distance.
Give me that over, dude. It's I love it.
In
a parlay, I love it.
Azamat's never lost, so he's obviously never been knocked out. In my notes, I don't even have him like getting chin checked ever.
The only time he almost lost, I don't even remember him getting like clipped or anything, was the Tafan fight.
No, yeah, he was just losing. He was just low volume, not doing shit. That's what he does. Yeah.
Love it.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I mean, like that.
Listen, I love me some over 2.5s. I've been burned a couple times, like fights barely not making it to round 3.
Oh yeah, Mark Smith. You talk about Mark Smith fights, yeah.
I'm talking about the Costa fight last card, Costa versus Nicole. I was like, mother effer, dude. If that fight got into round 3, that over 2.5 is hitting all day, and I'm like 4 seconds off, and I'm like,
I remember the Mark Smith fight. I was mad about it. It was the Denzel Freeman versus Hockett fight, where Denzel Freeman's not in any danger. They think the round's over. They're both walking back to their corners. Yeah. Freeman was messed up. Freeman didn't want any more.
Oh yeah, he was tired as shit.
To urgently stop that fight, like he's saving a life, like he cares so much about the fighters. Bro, Mark Smith, you officiate power slap, you bum ass. I hate Mark Smith.
He has to. He's got no ACL anymore. I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing at my joke when I said that. Not at him getting injured.
I could watch, if I had a video of it, I would watch it every night falling asleep. The way that he stopped fights with 1 second left in the round when the guy is not in danger is just corrupt. No other word to say.
Yeah.
All right. Paulo Costa split decision plus 12 hundo.
That's not bad.
But if you're on Paulo Costa, if you think this is going to be a close fight and it's going to go over, I think you've got to play the Paulo decision plus 450. It'll probably be plus 550 or something on FanDuel. FanDuel's always better.
FanDuel's always better. But I mean, I like that over. If you're going to give me an over 1.5, that is minus 200 range, 250, and there's a great chance. Like this fight for me, I think there is a great chance it goes over 1.5, even though you would maybe think it doesn't. But like, if you really dive in, you're like, damn, Azamat's never lost by a knockout, and Paulo is durable as shit. Every one of his fights have been over 1.5. Azamat has knockouts in the first round, but against bums and Rakic with no chin. That's it.
So
makes sense.
All right, the Azamat to win by KO or Costa to win by decision is minus 105. Like that feels like.
I mean, if you really like Azamat to win by KO, I think that's a great bet.
I just think it's.
I think he went by decision though. I don't know why. I think the fight goes decision.
I can see it. Then I think Costa is great.
Then that's a good bet
to pick for you.
Because I mean, Azamat's going to get the knockout. He's the only guy that's going to get a knockout in this fight. I don't think Paulo gets a knockout in this fight. No way.
No way. Zero chance.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you want to just hedge a little bit, like if you like Costa to win, he's going to win by decision. And if you want a little bit of hedge, that's the bet to do because Azamat wins by KO.
That's minus 105. I think it's like cannot miss. I think it should be like minus 500.
Give me the over 1.5, and I'll watch the rest of the 7.5 minutes after that.
Love it. All right.
I really only have to sweat honestly, the sweaty 2.5 minutes is going to be in the second round. I'm not worried about the first round. There's no way no one's getting knocked out in the first round.
Well, and you know how these fights go. Like once they don't get the KO in the first round, they kind of coast.
Yeah, that's why I like it. I'll take it.
I will say that men usually get finishes in the first half of the round. Women usually get finishes in the second half of the round.
Yeah,
because the men come out all fresh with power, and
And then sometimes when they think that they're losing, that they have to try to get it back, and they get a little bit more aggressive, and then they either get knockouts or they get knocked out. So
they talk to their dumbass corner, and their dumbass corner gives them
exactly perfect example. You need to be a little more aggressive. You're only winning 2-0 right now. Stupid idiots. God dang, I was so bad. I was so mad.
Well, we both just found bets there, and mine is minus 105, and
there you go. I'm shit in the parlay with my other over 1.5. I like too, because I think there's going to be a ton of decisions on this card, ton, and this ain't one of them coming up. Yuri Prochazka versus Carlos Ulberg. I'll go ahead and go. I did it last Yuri fight. I was like, you know what, John? There's only one guy that could beat Yuri, and his name is Alex Pereira. Yes, Yuri is a madman with zero technique, but that's his style. Look at MVP. He's all technique. Nobody likes him, but he's a good fighter. and then he's so technical that he's boring as fuck. This guy is so unorthodox that he's hilarious to watch. Fun fights every fight, and somehow wins fights. Now let's go to ULBERG. ULBERG, very technical kickboxer, very strong, good left hook, good kicks. But if he doesn't hit you with that left hook, this fight, he drags the fights into the later rounds, and he's been in a lot of 3-round fights. I don't think he's ever been in a 5-round fight in the UFC anyways. Yuri somehow made it close to 5 rounds in one of those fights. I don't think this fight's going into 5 rounds again, but we'll get to that later. But again, I can't fade Yuri until he gets knocked out by somebody else other than Alex Pereira. Now, I'm not saying ULBERG can't do it, but I got to see it with my own eyes because I've seen Yuri on death's doorstep ready to lose a fight, then all of a sudden gets this magical energy from the samurai warrior. Like, I know this sounds stupid, but it's probably true. And it's the only person I will ever say it to. And then somehow just starts winging punches like he has stamina from the gods above. And he wins fights. It's insane. That's mythical. You can't teach that. I want Yuri to win. And I think he will. ULBERG's good. He's fine. I like him. I don't hate him. But like he just needs to land that left hook somehow in some way. It better land good. Because he's got Yuri to deal with, Yuri's chin, and also Samurai Warriors, the spirits of all of them. So good luck. Good luck, Carlos ULBERG. You got a lot going against you, buddy. Throwing it out there. So give me Yuri by like a 3rd round KO from the spirits. Sorry, I made myself laugh a little too much. No, I tried to hold a straight face, but I couldn't do it. But yeah, Yuri, I'm gonna say round 3 KO though. For real.
I think you broke it down well. I think,
I tried. Try to make it entertaining.
Yeah, well, no, and it's a lot of good reads in there, and it's exactly right. Like I think Yuri often loses round 1 and then just takes over. I'm on Carlos here, pretty confident. I actually parlayed him a couple weeks ago. It was just a thin parlay. I was just trying to be greedy on a Carlos straight bet. So I added Dante Johnson and Kyle Barallo. So it's plus 242. Like I've already got plenty on ULBERG. If ULBERG wins, I got a plus 242 coming in. I'm happy with it. And money's come in on him since then because he was like plus 125 at that time. I think he's just far more skilled.
Technical wise.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm not debating that at all.
No. I think I broke it down a Yuri fight with you before because I've said these words to you before. I don't know if Yuri's the best bad fighter or the worst good fighter, but he's one of those. He's
it's a good debate because you can make a great argument for either one.
Yeah. And I love the guy. Like his fights versus Pereira with like just the characters that they both are. Those are like the coolest fights in MMA history to me. Like a guy who literally is a samurai and literally thinks that Alex Pereira is jinxing him by looking at him in a square. Like
that's how he lost to him because it's legit. This is the only fighter you have to go off of straight vibes and like aura. And if he's not fighting someone with that aura that Pereira has, which not many fighters do, Yuri's gonna win until I see otherwise.
Yeah.
Until I see otherwise.
I don't think so. I'll tell you this.
Okay, great.
Gets absolutely battered with low kicks. Was it the
Rocky he does.
Fight? He ends up having to switch stances. Like first round, he's switching stances. 30 seconds later, he's limping on the other leg. Yeah. He is going to get battered with low kicks here. He's going to get battered with jabs and straight.
But all he needs is a spirit.
Well,
if a spirit comes in, and guess what? He has a new leg. I'm telling you, you think this is funny? This is truth. I've seen it.
It is data backed. It is evidentiary. Like, but I think all spirits come to an end, and I think Yuri's
spirits never die.
Yeah, he's.
Have you watched Sandlot before?
Of course.
Okay, spirits never die.
I got a video me holding my phone, picking up the ball, hitting it to my little brother, catches it like fucking I was Benny the Jet hitting it to him. Like the
Hilarious.
sellout was about me.
I love Sandlot. I watched that shit when I was little, million times. I love baseball though, but
I love baseball. Yeah, that was my best sport growing up.
me too.
Yeah, I just think Carlos is just too good here. And I know it's a big step up. I know it's easy to say Yuri only loses to Poetan. But I'm a Carlos. I think the low kicks is easy enough differentiator to be confident. But it's not even about that. Like, it actually took – I was already on Carlos before I even realized the low kick thing. Like, immediately when I saw this fight, I was like, Carlos at underdog odds, I'm on that. He's going to win. He's just too technical here.
Yeah. No, he for sure is.
I know it's easy to knock out Alonzo Minifield, and Alonzo Minifield was like over-aggressing runs.
Oh, he was like, I got one punch maybe, and he got knocked out instead.
He ran.
That was the dumbest thing I ever seen in my life. I laughed so hard because I had a freaking ULBERG by KO bet, and I was laughing my way to the fucking thing because that was hilarious.
Second casher. Yeah, I mean,
but that was the only time I think I ever bet ULBERG by KO, because I was going to bring up, like, if ULBERG doesn't knock you out with a check left hook, he ain't knocking you out.
I hope not. All. I'm going to play ULBERG by decision plus 600 because
that's what I would do. That's great. I think that's how he wins. If he wins
here. Yeah. And he doesn't want to gas himself. He doesn't want to be too aggressive. He doesn't want to get.
I just don't know if Yuri's going to let him, dude.
Well, Yuri doesn't have a choice, man. Yuri's going to be walking.
No, he has a choice, but he always chooses to go forward, because if he doesn't, he's going to get his legs chewed up. That's what happened in like almost every one of his fights. But once he starts going forward, the spirits take over.
Yuri needs you to make a stupid decision, and maybe the spirits cause Jamal Hill to get in the pocket and swing and airball and get countered with a very beautiful punch by Yuri. It's not going to happen.
I love that bet too.
I was wrong.
It made me feel good.
I was on Jamal Hill here, and so full transparency, I'm a historical Yuri denier.
Maybe I'm just a Yuri truther, because I honestly bet Yuri almost every one of his fights except Pereira fights.
Well, then you've been right way more than me.
I think I've been wrong at once, maybe like early on, because I wasn't like a believer right away.
Carlos is not.
Oh, I bet Glover. I did bet Glover.
I was on Glover too, and Glover was beating the shit out of him until he went for a terrible guillotine attempt to land on bottom and gets his back taken. He was going to win.
And then he started, Pereira. I didn't bet him then. I believe I know I bet him the last two fights. I don't remember if I bet him on Rakic. Maybe I didn't actually.
I picked Rakic.
I think I did. But he looked great in round one. Like he was going to freaking destroy Yuri.
That's how it always is.
Spirits took over.
That is one thing I'll say. If you're on Yuri, I think you wait for round one to end. Yeah. You're going to get this guy at plus 300.
Because I think he's lost every round one.
He's going to win.
I think he has. Maybe. I don't know about the Glover one. I can't remember round one.
Well, Glover was killing him all 4 rounds, like just off my memory. But so I would say he probably did lose round one. Yeah. But yeah, he's going to lose round one to Carlos. And then Carlos could gas. Carlos has shown bad cardio in the past. Like, what was it? I've got like specific.
It was a Njiku.
Yeah, Kennedy. Yeah. Yep.
That was his first fight. And he was winning that fight until he gassed himself out and he couldn't get Kennedy out of there because he was a punching bag.
Even in kickboxing, Carlos gassed, but he's been like much more measured and intelligent lately.
Yeah. I'm just worried too with Carlos though, because like you said, he does slow down, but like this is 5 rounds. And like if he does slow down and if Yuri like tries to like get a little bit out of him and early on in the fight, that might take a fucking toll. I'm just long as the fight goes, I don't like it for ULBERG, honestly. I really don't.
Yeah. It's just he needs to stick and move. The problem is
It's
Yuri
a big cage though. It's a big cage. That's good.
Yuri's gonna be chasing him around, limping on both legs halfway through round 2.
He needs this. I think he's gonna decide real time and as the fight is going on in round 2, I'm just gonna die by the sword, live or die by the sword. That's what happens in every one of his fights. The spirits come, they possess his freaking body, and he's like, if I die, I die. If I don't, I don't. I mean, he died twice against Pereira, and he's won every other one. So
I mean, Yuri, I don't know how people don't like his style, like don't like him. They think he's like,
I like him.
I fucking love him. Like, I don't see how you think he's corny. Like, he is genuine, man. Like,
This guy's not. This guy isn't Josh Hogan. He ain't
bro,
putting on a show. This is him. That's him.
yeah,
That's his real life.
bro.
You can't bash it.
No, he is out there in those mountains screaming, swimming in ice water. Like, I think Yuri is like one of the most likable fighters of all time. And he's going to be crying literal tears when he loses Saturday. And that's going to make me like him more. I appreciate people who like care.
Yeah. And then he'll congratulate ULBERG like a man and like a true sport, like a warrior if he loses.
He's toast, bro.
I don't think he will though.
He's toast.
Those samurai spirits, man. You gotta watch out for those, man.
This is a rare fight where the over-under is exactly a pick 'em. 2.5 rounds. What do you think? So you think Yuri gets him out of? I mean,
if I would have to choose one, I would never bet this fight. As in, like the over here. I would never bet it, especially at 2.5. I would go under.
I would lean over, and it's kind of like who you think is going to win. I think, like, if you think Carlos is going to win, you probably think the fight's going to go a little longer.
But I think Carlos has a good opportunity to knock him out in round 1.
Yeah,
a great opportunity.
I think he should not try. I think he should really try to.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't. But if the opportunity presents itself, you can't not. And if you don't, and you let Yuri off the hook, you're probably going to lose.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I would do the under if I had to, but I'm not going to. No way.
Banger main event. I cannot wait.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. I wish it was Tyra and Van in this one too, but I'll have to wait 1 more month. So
yeah, 2 studs. Van, another one of the most like fun fighters you could possibly want to watch.
I just want Pantoja to be back a champion.
I know.
And then it's all I want.
He's a cool.
I want him to get a rematch. I want Van to win because I want the rematch.
Right.
But I do like Tyra, and I do think Tyra wins. I like them both. But I have personal beef with Van right now. But my like inner UFC like love is I want Tyra to win. Because Tyra versus Pantoja, I'll be a little more scared. A little more scared than Van. I was all about Pantoja, dude. All about it.
If Van wins, my Manel Cap future is alive. If Tyra wins, it's toast.
Yeah, because either way, I think Pantoja is going to get unless he's not healthy enough, he's going to get the next fight, I think.
I would think so, but like, does the UFC love his style? If the UFC's got Josh Van and Manel Cap and Paramount breathing down their neck, do they really want?
Pantoja brings it the whole time.
I like him. We appreciate the sport, and he's not the most boring lay and pray guy. But
he only does that later in the rounds.
He's a lay and pray guy, bro. It's all right. I know you love him.
Did you see him against Alex Perez? You remember that fight?
Chat.
There's nobody here. No, joking.
Chat, is Pantoja a lay and pray guy?
Ain't no way. Only late in the fights after he puts on a great show in rounds 1, 2, and 3. He's only fought 5-round fights the last 5 years.
He's out there throwing crane kicks and spinning back elbows, and then because he can't get the guy out of there, takes him down.
He's a beast. He's a zombie, dude. You can't deny that guy. He has some fucking warrior spirit from Brazil as well in there.
The chat's saying lamprey.
Oh, crew, I don't know you, but I don't like you either. So I'm joking. All right, let's do our fun bets here. Let's do our easy money parlay, and then we'll do a fun one. We like a lot.
I'm cooking one up if you want to go through the chat real quick, because I see this King Soul real quick. So he was saying we could parlay Jasmine with Marcio Barboza. I made a post on Instagram about Dennis Bazooka being a live boxer. Because
who's that?
He's pretty damn good. He's a stud, little
fighter. UFC?
Brazilian, yeah, it's UFC.
I haven't looked out far. I never do, because if I do, and I actually do like the research and I do this and that, fights get canceled, and I get so mad. I just don't even look out. I only know like the main events and stuff like that, obviously, but like anything below that, I have no idea unless I see it on Twitter. I'm like, oh, that's a cool fight, but I'll forget about it because I'm not going to pay attention to it.
I posted on my story that Dennis Bazooka is a live underdog because he's facing Diani Barbosa on FanDuel. So everyone's like, "Oh no, bro, Marcio's a lock." I'm like, "Bro, this is just a joke that FanDuel messed it up. Like, I'm not really confident in Bazooka versus Marcio."
Yeah.
All right. So then we got.
I know we liked Kelvin.
Yeah, we like Pico.
We like Pico.
Pico's way better odds on DraftKings than FanDuel too. On FanDuel, he's like 45 points more expensive. But
FanDuel money lines suck, but the props are amazing.
But yeah, you're right. But Gastelum is cheaper on FanDuel, interestingly.
So what's the price at there?
265.
Sheesh.
Yeah. I'll just build them on both as we go.
Yeah, I usually just do DraftKings, and I always look on FanDuel to see which one's better.
So we're just trying to get the safe parlay here. We just need one more leg, baby. We're minus 128.
Oh, we're doing Pico too as well?
Yeah, if those are our two so far. I mean, I'm pretty confident.
What is a semi favorite that we like?
Or we could do like the Tatiana over. It's so chalky. It's gross.
Plus minus 500. It's disgusting.
Interestingly, Chris Padilla, money must be coming in on Marquel, and they've taken off all props on the Chris Padilla fight.
See, that's what I was saying. I'm like, this is an interesting line, and I'm a little worried.
Padilla's minus 186 on FanDuel, only minus 155. Are you like sharing the screen? I wonder if people would like to like watch along, or I could share. I'm not signed in.
You can share if you want. I'm not signed in either. I'm just kind of like looking.
Let's see if I can figure it out. See if I'm tech savvy enough.
If you want the bottom part, it should be like a plus thing. You should be able to share.
Word.
There you go. Right. And then I'll add this, and there we go. I can make it a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, there you go.
On my Apple mouse, I always like accidentally double tapping it. All right.
Let me do one of the. I guess didn't really do too much, but
we could do the Holland fight.
Oh, I messed up.
Ends by fuckery.
Do this. Okay, there we go.
Over 3.5 bonehead decisions by Kevin Holland. It's chalky, but it's a log.
What'd you say again? The over?
Over 3.5 bonehead decisions by Kevin Holland. Minus 700.
Yeah.
Put your whole bankroll on it.
You talking about Kevin Holland plus 3.5 spread?
No, just making stupid choices 3.5 times or more. You might ladder that. I might ladder like the 7-8. All right.
What was that other 1.5 I like? Oh, the Radke fight.
Yeah, I guess you're right because Prado's so damn durable.
I mean, do you like the over 1.5? That works.
I do. I expect
minus 103, but if we do it on FanDuel, I think we might be able to get. I don't know if they have the props out yet for the overs yet.
Or so when I do all 3 legs, I'm already at plus 161, and I love it.
Oh, with Pico, yeah, you can do that.
FanDuel often just has the fights to start certain rounds, and probably not on the prelims. Oh, look at you guys! All right, so let's see round betting total rounds over 1.5. All right, 233. I mean, that's over 2.5. That's why.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like, whoop.
So we could just do fight to start round 2. Let's see what that is on DraftKings round props.
DraftKings is usually like the first sports book that's not online or overseas that always has all the props out the earliest.
Yeah. I like this 129. The Radke fight to start round 2. If somebody gets checked early in round 2, we're still lovely. Gastelum and Pico. 129.
Oh. Do you have Bet 365?
No. I kind of want to because of their counterintuitive. Like you can play same game parlays and like so for instance on the Josh Van fight, I picked Roy Vallo to land more significant strikes but lose. And it was like plus 900 or something. On Bet 365, it would have been like plus 2,500. Like you can do these counterintuitive parlays on 365 that are wild odds.
Yeah. Because like if you go to Bet 365, you do the over 1.5 in Radke and you just do Gastelum money lines plus 107.
I mean, I feel like I'm more confident in Pico than Gastelum, and they're pretty much the same odds. What does the chat think?
Gastelum is minus 260 on Bet365, and Pico's minus 330. So the line didn't move down, but it's minus 106 instead, a plus 107. Did you hear that?
Kind of. I had trouble absorbing it. Which is not your fault.
Okay, it's fine.
You spoke it very clearly. I just saw my face on screen, and when
you're good now. It was like turning a little bit.
Oh no, I just like.
That's why I asked, like, can you hear me now?
All I do on Zoom calls all day long. I was lagging. Just all I do on Zoom calls all day long is like stare at myself, and I don't hear anything anyone says. All right. I really think this is lovely here. I mean, I don't want to twist your arm.
What is it again? 5 stars round 2, Gastelum and Pico.
Yeah. It's cashing.
Does FanDuel have those stuff out yet or no?
FanDuel, yeah. So that's I can switch my screen here.
I was gonna say I could look real quick, but it won't say anything. Oh, they do have everything out. Nice.
Yeah, even on the first fight of the night. So
usually like they're a little bit behind, like not all, but
it's plus 126 instead of plus 129.
Those bums.
Yeah. But that's why. And then this is like the parlaying I was doing early in the week. And like I was looking at all the things I liked and then just picking from. I was on Bet Rivers and Bet MGM, like everything.
The
Bet
Pico.
Yeah, Pico bones us here.
Yep. You need to get this on here. Sorry. If you want to do 3, well, we could do different options, I guess, too.
I mean, we could do Gastelum in the fight to start round 2. Like,
yeah,
so Gastelum fight to start round 2, get rid of Pico, plus 122. And then the Radke fight to start round 2. But I feel like, yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty good. I don't think Pitbull's chin checking this guy. I think Pico's gonna get him.
Yeah, I don't. If he does, I don't think it's gonna be round 1.
Are we really like? We're like all in on Kelvin. Kelvin's the only thing we feel confident in this week. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, now that you're talking about it, I don't know, man. I was already kind of sketchy about Gastelum.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This little 2-legger minus 138 is cashing. This parlay leg is probably cashing.
It should.
This one's going to. This is hitting. Gastelum's going to win. But yeah, I mean, how could he? All right. So my style, my style. I want to find a few fights that are going to start round 3. And like,
I mean, most of them are.
Ooh, minus 750 on the Padilla. No way.
I was gonna say that might be a decent one, but I don't even know because DraftKings doesn't have any odds other than money lines.
So we could do Tatiana goes the distance. Gastelum fight. Vicente's too chinny.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Like round 1 would be the most I would, or starts round 2 would be the most I would do in that fight, just to be safe.
This fight is going a while. This fight is not ending in round 1.
Man, I almost want to just do Radke over 1.5 and Mirzakhanov over 1.5 plus 106.
I cannot endorse that. I'm sorry. I know you're confident.
I trust those two more than like fight to start round 3 in the Gastelum fighter, or over 1.5 even, actually.
So what about Kevin Holland versus Randy Brown? And these are just to start round 2 and the Loopy fight to go the distance. We just need her to not lose by guillotine. And then we're not sweating our balls off for 7.5 minutes while the biggest power puncher in the light heavyweight division is punching a handsome guy.
Let's go back to the first one. I feel more comfortable in that. The very first one we did, which was Radke start round 2, Gastelum money line, and Pico money line. I like that one the best out of all of them.
All right, well, that's on. It's best on FanDuel at plus 129.
I like
DraftKings plus 129.
I'll do that. Are you good with that too?
I'm good with that.
Okay. Says round 2. Red. Key. Prado.
And then, so do you see my screen? My screen's supposed to be sharing.
Oh, whenever you there it is.
There we go. Okay.
Whenever you switch over, for some reason it like goes off, or if you hit X.
All right, let me share FanDuel again.
There you go.
Cool. All right. So FanDuel's
just let me know if it goes off if I'm typing. Like I don't look. I gotta bring it back up real quick.
Word. So FanDuel's where we got to do the beer money parlay because that's way better.
Always.
Yeah. So I'm thinking Gastelum decision.
What's the KO? 165.
Wow, that's just such a they're just.
That's the same thing with the Azamat decision in KO. It's flip flopped.
But at least this makes sense because he's chinny. The Azamat one makes no sense. I promise you. This at least makes sense because Luke is chinny.
Yeah.
Right? Gastelum. It's a chubby little round bum.
He hasn't got a knockout in forever.
Yeah. This
we're gonna put our stock in Gastelum twice.
Did we? Oh, we did in the last one, huh? Okay.
Yeah, just a money line. But what about, does FanDuel have Padilla odds?
Yeah, it's way worse.
Do they have the props though for that or no?
Oh yeah.
Oh, what's Padilla by decision?
140.
I like that.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty close to the money line. I don't think that's great value. He's minus 155 on DraftKings.
Let me see. Cub Swanson's minus 105 now. That's good.
Yeah. Feel like...
Blades by decision.
Huh. Maybe just like the fight to go there. Plus 150? Fight to go? Yes. This is how we get rich.
I love the over 1.5 in that fight too.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree.
Unless Curtis starches them, which is possible.
I have lost, betting heavyweight overs in the past, but
most of the time though, if they're not high level or crazy knockout punchers,
yeah,
they go over most of the time.
Well, tell that to Thomas Peterson a couple fights ago.
I was gonna say, I'm like, his last fight did go over. Man, there's a lot of like props that I'm like a little sketched on a bit. Like there's not really one that like really sticks out that we're like both pretty confident. I mean, Pico by decision.
So interestingly, this would indicate that Pico by points was a thinner line and KO was slightly more juicy. Money must have come in on the KO. So now it's shallower, but it's still in the second spot.
Yeah, DraftKings has it at plus 140 for the KO for Pico and then plus 185 for decision.
Wow.
So they're thinking Pico's going to win by KO.
Yeah.
And then Pitbull is plus 650 to win by decision. And that's the lowest odds.
Yeah, I think it's probably his best chance unless he cracks him. But
I think Cub Swanson by KO or decision is the same price, 275.
Look at this fight to end by KO minus 260.
Which one is it? Yuri,
yeah.
That ain't bad at it.
Tapology says that ULBERG has a submission. That fight did not end by submission against Dong Jun. The bell ended. He was like locking in a rear naked choke, but the fight ended. And they called it a rear naked choke with like 10 seconds left. It's just asinine.
That's crazy.
Yeah, if you watch it back, just watch back the last 30 seconds and you'll be like, that was a decision win. But one of my Instagram followers was like, yo, Yuri submission, lock of the year. I respect it.
Plus 12,000? 1,200? Sorry, not 12,000.
Well, I guess you may as well just do the fight to end by sub then at plus 11.
Man, there is no subs other than The lowest sub prop on this card is Tatiana plus 400. And then Radke sub plus 500. And the rest are like almost 800 and above.
Gamrot could get one.
Oh, okay. I see Holland plus 550. Honestly, that might be my top one.
Gamrot could get one, but yeah, people trying to do cycles are going to struggle this week.
No cycles today or this week for me. I'm just going to do like decisions and KOs maybe.
You hit one like 2 weeks ago, right?
No, it's been a while. I hit like 2 or 3 of them like within a matter of like 5 cards. Like I think I hit 3 out of 5. Like one, it was like last year though, like late last year, like right before they went on the break. I was on fire with them, and like I can't even get close. The best I think I've got this year was like one leg right, maybe 2, maybe like on one thing I got 2 out of 3 right. But
look at this. Fight to end by KO minus 280 for the Yuri or Reyes Walker.
I mean, that ain't a bad parlay piece.
Yeah.
I like that way better than the under, and you're just paying a little bit more.
It's probably going to happen.
Yeah, I would do that one before the under 1.5, and the under 1.5 is minus 215. I know it's a better price, but you never know, man. You just never know.
Main events as well. We're just experimenting here.
Yeah.
And then
this is tough. This is tough for the tough one. We'd have to get like, I think we need to do 3 legs for sure.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's like, the only wild and crazy one I would maybe do is like Holland by sub. All the props, literally every prop other than Gamrot by decision is plus money.
Let's do this.
Gamrot by decision is minus 120. The rest is plus. Even Tatiana by decision is plus money. And that's insane to me.
I've got
that could be one. Tatiana by decision.
Yeah.
It's only plus 120, but it's safe.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can, what was the other one that we said? Plus 140.
It's not going to get us there. 980.
Oh, we need something like a little juicier, but if we do two safe ones and like a juicy one, a little juice, like plus 200.
I've got a 7 leg on DraftKings that's qualifies. It's plus 1065. I know 7 legs is gross, but I'm much more inclined to pick 7 things I'm confident in versus try to hope, on a crazy prop.
Reyes KO. Tatiana decision.
Reyes money line, the over 1.5 that you love in the Azamat, the Tatiana fight to go, Padilla money line, Gastelum money line, Pico money line, Radke fight to start round 2. Like we agree on all those. I think they're all likely.
Wait, say it again.
I
listened to. I think I remember the last 4.
So a couple money lines to start: Pico, Gastelum, Chris Padilla, Reyes.
Okay.
Tatiana fight goes the distance. Azamat fight over 1.5. Radke fight to start round 2.
And that's plus 1,000?
Yeah, 1065.
The only one would be sweating a little bit is that Dominic Reyes one.
No, he's going to kill him. We'll be sweating that Azamat over.
Nah, that's free. I like that over so much.
1065. I'm down. 7 is kind of ugly. It doesn't pace very well on a post.
I'll figure it out. It could be small. They have to zoom in. All right. Over 1.5. Radke fight. Trust me, bro.
I'm on. I trust you.
Gastelum, money line. Padilla, money line. I'm thinking about Tatiana. I'm gonna skip it for now.
I have her fight to go.
Kevin Holland's it's a pick 'em now.
Yeah, money's coming in on him.
Love it. If Randy gets to plus 120,
Yeah.
love it. Pico, money line.
Mm-hmm. Radke to start round 2. Or was that in our other one already?
Over. That one.
No, was that we already used that one, I guess.
Yeah. And then what was the other? What am I missing? I'm missing
Tatiana fight to go.
Tatiana, and what was the other one?
Reyes money line.
Oh, Reyes money line. That's what I'm missing. The big one. Okay.
Let me entice you on this one instead. 3 legs.
Okay. Now we're talking.
Blades.
Even though I do like all those legs, but
yeah. Blades fight goes. Tatiana by points. Reyes KO. 1165.
it's crazy enough that I think it works.
It's just so crazy. It just might work.
And you just said that the Blades fight to go the distance, like Blades doesn't win.
Right.
Doesn't matter who wins.
Yep.
Tatiana decision. Reyes KO. I mean, if we're gonna pick Reyes, he's gonna win by KO. Let's be real. I just don't know when, but I think it's gonna happen, or he gets KO. So you might as well roll the dice. And then this dumbass fight to go to. And I bet you that pays way better on FanDuel. Are you on FanDuel or DraftKings?
Yeah, FanDuel. I'm sharing it.
Oh, 1165. Okay, so on DraftKings, it's only 1,008.
Yep. That's what they do. That's what they do.
I like it. You should do that. It's crazy, and it's so crazy. I like it.
I feel like it's not
really even that crazy, honestly. The craziest thing is Blades going the distance, but it's Curtis freaking Blades, dude. Like, I don't see Josh Hokett knocking out Curtis Blades. That's how he loses. Like, he gets knocked out cold.
Yeah.
He doesn't get like gassed out. That's how Hokett wins.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happens. Maybe Hokett doesn't, like, he can't do it for 3 rounds. We only see him do it for like a round and a half or under.
Yeah.
And then maybe he starts slowing down. And then Curtis Blades takes over a little bit. And I don't think Hokett's going to, give up or anything, but he'll start slowing down in the second and third. Like, if this fight goes over 1.5, I think it goes to decision no matter what.
That first parlay we made, I thought it was 129. Was that on DraftKings?
Yeah, I think I might have put 120 because I forgot what we said, but it was around 129, 128. Yeah.
Perfect. Just making sure.
I think it was DraftKings for sure.
Yeah.
So Pico. What'd you say?
Yeah, those both sound good.
All right, let's do that one.
My other plays so far.
Suarez decision.
Get on Jasmine. Get on Jasmine soon.
Yeah, I think who's she fighting again? I know you told me. I forgot though.
Karine Silva.
Yeah. The only thing that would worry me a little bit is in round 1 with Karine, because she is kind of dangerous, but like Jasmine only got knocked out once in round 1, and it was against a way better striker, but that's about it. Like, Jasmine's never been knocked out other than that last fight, but yeah, I like that.
Well, good shit.
Fight goes the distance. Blades. Hokett equals plus 1165 or so. There it is. Love it.
Word. All right. I feel good about both those.
Yeah, me too. We're all right. Well, we tried to get out of here a little early, but look at us. Every time. It's okay. I have fun. It doesn't matter.
It was a blast.
Yeah. Randy Brown points. You know what? I like it. And if Randy Brown's going to be plus money, I'm betting Randy Brown. I'll tell you that right now. But he's at minus 110 right now. I'm going to watch that line. That's one of the lines I'm going to watch. If you get plus money on that fight, no matter who you bet, you did good. Because I think it's dog or pass no matter what.
Yeah.
So we talked about it earlier. You were here, I think, Jay. But
I think it'll go. I mean, Kevin got cracked a couple times by D-Rod, but generally very durable. I think that fight probably goes. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, before we get going, let everybody know where they can find you, what you got going on, all that good stuff, and then people can follow you and then maybe join your Patreon, obviously.
Appreciate it. Yeah, the Patreon has a lot of content. I don't talk about it very often, but it's much more than just bets. It's got the detailed written article. I'm kind of tempted to just show it super fast if you don't.
If you want to, yeah, I'll bring it back up.
Just incredibly fast. So it's got
it's
detail written article. This thing is outrageous. It's got links to all the fights.
Promote. People know what you're doing.
So how they've all lost. This is their Instagram link right here. This is their UFC stats link. All of these actual fights are the tape. YouTube links, right? Like most of them are Fight Pass, but if there's a YouTube available, it's got the YouTube link. Detailed analysis of everything that happens in all their fights. So this written article. We've got the expert graphic, which you all see on my story a lot of times, where every week somebody wins a ruby. Johnny was winning multiple rubies last year. I've got 2
and early this year until recently.
Yeah, but there was guys that were on the sheet for 4 years that won 0 or no rubies, and I've removed them. So it's like 40 of the top expert, all of their picks, all their props. There's so much good content on there. So it's everything: DFS advice, Discord for NBA, and just the chat. Then like the props sheet. Survivor Series, we give away wild prizes, giving away Chuck Liddell signed stuff, Hamzat signed stuff, Fedor signed Pride glove, Mike Tyson signed glove. This one has Alex Pajeda signed glove and Aspinall signed trunks, and like 6 more prizes to be announced.
That's awesome.
That article we just looked at, the bets that you were seeing 10 minutes ago, and then just the basic expert graphic. It's the same exact thing, just this version has the props. So it's like an insane amount of content. This year, we're up 21 units. Lifetime, we're up 220 units, despite losing our ass last year. We just got way too risky playing $1 million parlays every week last year, and we're totally terrible. Still, yeah,
it'll get you. It'll get you.
We lost 91 units last year, and we're still up 220 units since starting the Patreon in like March of 2020. 2022. Yeah, I appreciate that. I don't talk about it very often. I don't like to plug it, but
yeah, I don't really talk about it too. Even when I do my our shows, like I'm like, hey, you if you want to go ahead, it's up to you.
Well, you give away awesome prizes too. Like you do more. Like a lot of the Patreons are just prizes, just picks. They're not even
just
profitable.
picks, no bets, no nothing.
Our picks are actually profitable, both of us, and it's so much more than picks. Like this article, people are always like, "Oh, thank you so much for putting me on that sub prop or whatever." Like, and even though I didn't bet the sub prop, maybe I talked about the sub prop.
Well, that's the thing. I always tell people too, like you don't have to follow like my picks or my bets. Like maybe I give you something that you didn't know, or maybe I gave you something that like you don't like, and then you're like, oh, I forgot about that. I'm not going to do it, even though he picked him or bet him. I'm not going to do it. If you don't like it, don't do it. It's just content.
Appreciate it, buddy. Always good to see you. It's been too long.
No problem. Yeah, we'll definitely have to get back on. Like I said, we'll have to get like Tyler on, and we could do like a 3-man team for one of these like good cards coming up here, and then go from there.
That'd be good.
I haven't had Tyler on in a while. He's been busy and stuff with the new house, I think. So
his gym, yeah, he's a busy guy.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right, man. Yeah, thanks for everybody for showing up, hanging out with us. Good luck on your picks and bets. Hopefully we gave you some good. What you got there?
Go Packers.
Are you a Packers fan? Aren't you a Broncos fan?
They're the goats. No, fuck no. I met John Elway twice when I was a kid. And if you meet John Elway, you'll be a quick, immediate Broncos fan.
How did you come up with the Green Bay Packers? Barrett Favre?
He was a stud. I actually think I liked them before he was around. Sterling Sharp. I would say Sterling Sharp is the reason.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
J1K.
I mean, I do hate it, but I guess I respect it. Dude, there's only one team. There's only one team. It's the Packers. I can't do it.
That's how I feel about you guys. You beat us in the playoffs. A pretty heartbreaking one. So
back
at you.
Twice heartbreaking.
Right back at you.
Fair enough. I love it. I didn't know that about you, but now I have to look at you differently.
As a typical thick white Packers fan, like it makes all the sense.
Are you from Wisconsin?
Fuck no.
Originally?
Gross.
Okay.
No. Hell no. Nope.
Yeah, I don't know. You just change. I don't even know what to say anymore now.
I also picked Michigan. Michigan has been my team since I was 3 years old. It was cool that they won Monday. Never been to Michigan. Don't intend to. I do want to go to Lambeau.
Cool.
I got to go to Lambeau. I know Michigan's pretty cool. I go to Minnesota a couple times, like once a year or so. Minnesota's gorgeous during the summer, but
okay. I've never been to Minnesota though. Been to
Minnesota,
Wisconsin a few times. Milwaukee's cool.
yeah, I think like
I've never been like north. Well, if I did go north of Milwaukee, it was because I was going into Canada to go fishing. That way, that's how I used to go up there. But I don't go up there anymore. But
nice. I can't fish because my dog like is so stupid. She wants to chase the lure. She wants to chase the bait. I'm like, if only the fish were as dumb as you. Like the fish won't even go after this fucking thing.
That's funny. Green Bay.
All right, brother.
All right, I will let you go. I have to think about what I'm going to say. But yeah, good luck everybody with their picks and bets. Hopefully we gave you some insight on certain stuff. If you like it or don't like it, great. And then we'll see you next week. I'll probably have a different guest on. We'll see what happens. And then we'll go from there. And then thank you for hanging out with us for 3 hours. Peace.